there's a couple things that can occur and will occur before you guys actually reach March. This will give Lulu a little bit of extra time to get here. And will be perfectly fine to deal with without the captain's input for some measure of things.
Look, if he wanted to give his input, he should have showed up on time.
I do sympathize with what Lulu is currently doing, so I won't give him any grief for needing to hit us up a couple hours late now and then until he finishes it. One of those things.
Now I feel bad for giving him shit. Thanks a lot.
Well, no, he would expect it from you.
Oh, okay, good.
He would have felt bad if you hadn't, I think. So you did the right thing. It was a hard choice, but you did the right thing. Give me just a second here to catch my breath.
Man, that Baconator really did a number on you.
That was a lie. I just wanted to finish my soda.
A GM lying to his players?
What? Yes. It isn't so. So you guys have just punched into a metaspace and started your drill towards March. Harry is still on the ship, and he decided that he wanted to see what La Miera was all about, and so he didn't take a pit stop off at
He's coming along.
He's coming along. He did not take a pit stop off at Shinobu and catch a ride back. He's also still kind of in thought. Are you guys restricting where he goes at all? I'm pretty sure I asked this last time, but I'm still going to ask it again.
I think that it was like the cargo bay, the gym, the mess hall, and his room.
Those are the places he can go.
Yeah.
Well, he does end up exploring the cargo bay, and he does see the statue.
Yeah, well. That's fine. What does he think of it?
Let's see. Zoe gets a call from Gwen, or Gwen Reed.
What's up, Gwen?
I'm gonna move you guys over to the Raza.
Sorry, Mr. Reed. I think we agreed that we were going British. Everybody's a Mister.
I think the agreement was more that just skipping the Mr. Reed and Mrs. and just use last names.
What's up, Reed?
Yeah, it's, this is LaRue. Shoot, I can't remember what I'm supposed to call you. Zoe?
Chief engineer.
Chief engineer, yes, chief engineer.
Boss works too. I like
boss. Yeah, that I can do boss. Boss. So that big guy is down here, and he's he wants to talk to someone.
Yeah. All right. You talking about Harry?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Big, kind of strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. I'll come on down.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Where exactly? Did she say?
Oh, cargo bay.
Yeah, okay. This is the song that I sing while I'm walking down to the cargo bay.
You guys need more elevators in the Raza so you can have conversations with crew.
Here I am passing people in the hallway. Here I am waving at people in the hallway. Keep up the good work, Hartman and Newton.
If if I've learned anything from playing on I'm playing another RP thing, is every time you walk by someone, you just nod.
Mm-hmm.
You give them the nod, you know.
No, I give him the keep up the good work.
I give them the nod.
Yeah, okay.
You are like in VR, I assume. You don't nod at anybody.
Sure. I'm not leaving
You
my room for the
you,
next. How long is it?
you
1 week
slash
or 2 week?
you
This
slash
one's
nod at them.
Or was it 3 week? I think I was out for penalties for 3 weeks, right?
yeah. All right. When Zoe arrives at the cargo bay, Harry is indeed standing there, looking thoughtfully at the statue. The crew that are doing work down here, reclamping some cargo that had gotten loose, are
What?
the transition into metaspace isn't there's some turbulence to it, and
Look, I feel like I'm walking past one of the people, and they're just doing that thing on Star Trek where they're just turning an invisible crank. That one's playing Galaga. He thought we wouldn't see it, but we saw it. Anyway, yeah, okay. So there's some crew people down here.
yeah, they're doing work. They really are not loafing around. There's no Gallica down here.
I mean, I don't know if you know this, but we live in an advanced society where Galaga can be in your pocket at any moment.
And yet none of them are playing it. Speaks well to the crew you hired. Right? Right?
I guess.
Or it
Yeah,
speaks poorly of the game Galaga.
yeah, well. It hasn't aged well, you know? Doesn't hold up.
I imagine there's a slightly more advanced version of it. I can't even imagine what that would be, though.
Well, and plus there's all the racism, like, whew.
Oh.
Oh yeah, particularly in the future where there's aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
You didn't think of that, did you?
No, I'm thinking about the setting I've built though, and with aliens being very sparse, and
probably alive and well.
not human-like. I think human attitude would still be human-centric.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, clearly there are some differences with that. The government of SOS, once you apprised the chief officer, Toei, Miss Toei, of the Sioux sentience, was almost spiritually affected. So clearly that's not going to be the case over there.
It's that meme where the guy's just doing the head explosions.
Yeah, pretty much. She was very skeptical. She thought that they were just, animal-like. Learning that they were intelligent and sentient and all that was a revelation for her. Mind blown.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, there's Harry.
What's up, Harry?
Oh, hey Zoe. Hey, I'm taking this.
Did we already break it to get this?
No.
No. Okay.
Can you even lift it? You can take it if you can lift it,
Huh.
but only if you do it without your shirt on, and while I go get some popcorn.
He was starting to take a half step towards it. Pauses, makes it a quarter step, straightens himself, and looks over at Zoe with that single raised eyebrow.
Also, I'm gonna need like 10 or 15 minutes to gather some interested members of the crew. And I'm not kidding. I look at him dead serious.
Go gather him.
Woo! Dude, I don't actually know which ones. Let's see here. I don't want to assign.
I was wondering how you're gonna
sexual
handle that.
preference. Yeah,
Has a
I'm
theoretical.
realizing now that
Just
that
make an
would require
announcement.
me to.
Just make an announcement.
Yeah.
Attention, anyone who's interested in seeing Harry attempt to
Yeah.
lift a very heavy object. It's very suggested.
let the GM decide their sexual preference. I like this. Yeah, this is his problem now.
I mean, it's even just I mean, just yeah. Well, anyways,
Possible to telekinetically push something down to prevent somebody from lifting it up?
add weight to it. I would imagine, yeah. You're essentially just adding that weight that you can lift to it, right?
Look, I don't want him to injure himself though. I don't actually care if he wants it. He can have it.
what level is Charlie's telekinesis? 3, right?
3.
Okay. I think you've got enough fine control at that point that you could do it without risking breaking the statue. That would be the risk at a lower skilled telekinesis, I think.
Okay.
So yeah.
But yeah, so I put out the intercom call. I get Switch to make me some popcorn, and I get these people that are rearranging stuff in here to rearrange it so that I have somewhere to sit while I watch. What's the point of being the boss if you can't, rearrange some boxes to sit on?
As he's seeing this, Harry looks around. You were serious.
Yeah, of course. But while we wait, you want to tell me why you want the statue? I mean, it's nice, but
Yeah, it's a piece of our history. And you clearly took it from the planet's surface.
Art history? It's part of art history?
Part of our history. My history.
Oh.
And it takes a
Yeah.
step forward. One could even say that you stole it from us already.
One could.
Well, I mean, you could say that. You could also say that I stole the ghost from possessing your body. But I mean, ownership is always sort
Yeah,
of a
takes
loose
off his shirt.
concept, Oh, hey, all right, already.
What's this about ghosts?
Well, I mean, well, it wasn't really a ghost, but I don't really like the technical term for them, so I call them ghosts. You were
Claps his
possessed.
hands. Warms up a little bit. Well, warms his hands up a little bit.
Ooh. Do you need chalk? You need a little lifting chalk?
You got some?
I mean, you're the one. You go to the gym more often than I do.
Yeah.
I think you would know.
Do you have some?
Yes, I assume in the gym. I don't know.
Oh, your gym here? No, it's poorly stocked.
Oh shit. Well, why didn't you say that? We could have fixed that.
Good equipment, but
Never thought about it. I know
No.
Nemesis never went there.
yeah,
Yeah.
not many of your crew here are spending all that much time there.
Has there at least been a complaint filed about it by like the couple that do?
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
it's been lost in the bug reports though.
Nah, you don't actually have very many heavy lifters here.
I mean, it's
Well,
not
I
all
mean-
about heavy lifting.
Yeah, lifting chalk is just used when you lift. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I never used it.
Well, that's because you're a lightweight. No, I don't know.
That might be. I wasn't doing anything competition level certainly, but
I don't know. I always use it, but my hands get super sweaty. So
oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I was there with a trainer, so if the chalk was needed, I assume that he would have had me using it.
sure.
But you had a bad trainer.
Did you have lifting? God, what are those things called? Like the strap thing that goes over your hand?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't think you were advanced enough.
Probably. I mean,
I don't actually think that advancement has anything to do with it.
all right. So let's make some sweeping judgments here.
Based entirely on their pictures.
Do
To
we
be
know
honest,
how much
if-
this statue weighs?
Look, I'm not even like I'm not attracted to him, but if somebody was like, "Hey, we're having a competition to see if this guy can lift something heavy," I'd be like, "Yeah, shit, I'd watch that." Fuck.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm basing this on. Jai, obviously.
Well, yeah, for his science experiments.
I'm gonna flip a coin real quick, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where's Pratt? Pratt would definitely be there.
I think so, huh? He's kind of trying
That
to
doesn't
hide in the
actually have
background and make himself be less visible because he he thinks that there's something.
All right.
He's hiding something. All right, and there's Charlie
No,
too.
no, look, I think you and I have different images in our mind of what Pratt is like. I feel like Pratt would be up in the front, being like, "Oh, I could lift that," you know. But I'm on my rest day, so I couldn't do it today.
That sounds like a Pratt.
That sounds like a Pratt.
All right, Pratt front and center.
Charlie will be running interference.
Poor Harry. And what's Zoe's actually in the right place. I put people in the rec area just because it's larger.
Yeah. That's fine. Move myself down.
Well, the cargo area is the rec area now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I've rearranged it. See, I'm a fun boss. And it's not the fact that we're like 6 days into or 3 days into a 6-day, transfer or whatever. We're all dying for entertainment.
Oh no, this is only the second day.
Oh, well, shit. Why are so many
Get more
people so
drill pass.
interested?
Well, you put out an announcement.
Yeah, but it wasn't a requirement. I mean,
Oh, oops, I forgot a whole row of people.
Maybe people misunderstand you.
oh, Switch is definitely there, though.
Okay.
She brought me my popcorn.
Landed right on
A lot
Gwen.
of people.
That is a lot of people for this exhibition. Some may be there due to a misunderstanding. You see that Armstrong certainly looks a little bit uncomfortable standing here watching an exhibition and is standing rigidly at attention.
What the hell, Armstrong?
At ease?
Libra seems out of place, having wandered here theirself. And
Do we lock Nova up?
no, she's not locked up.
I bet she's
just not interested.
She's just holed up. I
I
think.
actually just forgot about her. I didn't look at the private quarters at all.
Because Scotty would definitely be there, because he's got to check this guy out for weaknesses and whatnot.
All right. And he's kind of being protective over Zoe there.
Sure. I guess technically I do pay his bills.
All right, so you've got more than half the crew over here to watch Harry attempt to lift the statue. You guys, those of you that helped move this thing, know that there's no way that unless he has some kind of superhuman strength for some reason, there's no way he's going to be able to lift it.
Especially with Charlie playing interference.
Well, they don't actually even know that he's going to be doing that.
I know.
The statue weighs some 5 tons, almost 5 tons itself. I think. I said that it takes 5 tons of cargo space, not that it's 5 tons of weight, but it's at least 2 tons. So we'll say 2 to 3 tons.
It's a pretty massive stone-ish stash. All right, yeah, I set up the camera right at ground level so we can see if there's any daylight comes through. Because I just said he had to lift it. I didn't say he had to take it anywhere.
Okay. All right. Well.
Hey, going easy on him.
Well, look, I also didn't specify how he lifted. I expect him to go power lifter and just lift this thing up.
All right. So that was not the roll for his attempt, by the way. That was a different roll.
Sure. Mhm.
So he does some quick warm-up stretches, and clasps his hands, warms them up again. Does use some chalk from elsewhere in the ship, and
Yeah, I'm sure we've got some kind of drying agent.
yeah, on seeing that, or seeing that material used for lifting chalk, Valerian over there, or Yakovich, pardon me, actually leans over to who's he near? He makes a mental note. You are going to soon start finding that particular material in your gym being used as chalk.
Okay.
Percussions. I don't know if that's really a repercussion, but yeah.
Harry braces himself, takes a wide grip on the statue, and strains mightily. You see muscles bulging, and you see the sweat forming.
Yeah, woo! Am I the only one cheering?
No, he's getting
Yeah,
a
woo!
lot of positive enforcement, and Jonas, Mr. Pratt over there, you can do better.
Oh my god. Pratt, shut up. Nobody likes you.
And
I
what is
I don't actually say that.
what is Charlie doing?
Charlie's just pushing the thing down, I guess.
Okay.
Just kind of watching.
With Charlie having kind of a telekinetic grip on this, he can actually sense that there's no movement coming from the rock's efforts. You are not
Forgot he was
dealing with
called the
a superhuman person or any other tricks to try and lift this thing. You can decide how much of this insight Charlie gleans, but Harry is just putting on a show.
Wait, so he knows he's not lifting it too?
Yeah.
Aw.
I have no idea how much that thing actually weighs, so
I think I've settled on 3 tons.
okay.
It weighs enough.
Yeah.
It weighs
enough.
more than we can lift.
Yeah. And after 20 or so seconds of that, he stops, breathes deeply, pants, and looks over at Zoe. It's
Yeah.
heavier than I thought.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, you kid, you want to give this a try? He was looking over at Pratt.
I knew I liked Harry.
Having been called out, Pratt looks a little bit anxious and starts to weasel, and Harry comes over and grabs his not grabs, but takes him by the shoulder, starts guiding him over. Come on, we'll lift together. We can do this.
Through the power of friendship.
Harry has Pratt chalk up, and you're getting even more cheers now. Some of them perhaps not entirely honest.
Hilarious. I like how this nominative determinism.
Wait, that sounded way too fancy. What?
His name is Pratt, so we made him a Pratt.
Oh. Nominative determinism. Yes. Yeah.
Your name determines
I like it.
Yeah. I've heard
And
before that it's a problem in RPGs, but I like it so much that I don't think it's a problem in RPGs. I think it's
it's
funny.
it's kind of, I mean, it's another way of kind of stereotyping or even typecasting. But
Yeah.
I agree. When you've got a character named Thumper, that character should thump.
Yeah, if you want your bad person to be like a femme fatale, you name her Sinestra.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to overthink these things. It's a convenient shorthand.
Okay. Well, the dice are not helping me make any decisions today. That's fun. Alright. Well, since the dice are basically rolling neutral on every single thing that I try to roll, I will just use my GM's prerogative and decide. Harry leans into Pratt and looks around, whispers something to him as he's getting the kid's hands chalked up, and leans back. You good with that, buddy? Yeah. Claps him on the back, puts a big old meaty chalk paw print on him, and
And now we find out he's a bioscion. Pratt's muscles bulge.
he
Okay.
rechalks himself, positions himself differently. Notice that Yakovich and we'll say Yakovich and Newton actually start paying a little bit more attention here, and they start talking among themselves. And as Pratt and Harry work together, your camera that you positioned at the floor just to see if there was any movement at all finds daylight. The Harry has apparently decided to make this a little bit more than just an exhibition, and in the very most technical sense, he is helping to. He's using the statue's own weight, obviously, to shift its center of balance and just tip it a little bit, unless
Yeah.
Charlie is still denying him.
Charlie is still denying him.
Okay.
Let them struggle as futilely as possible.
This is hilarious. Oh my god.
And here
Wow.
here we find out how cruel Charlie is.
Well, we don't find out at all. None of us
No,
know.
don't.
We don't have a metascion to tell us that Charlie is a cruel, cruel man.
Hilarious.
Actually, what's funny is I had played with the idea of making one of the NPC crew have that basically that wild talent of just level 0 metascion. I can't even remember which one it was. It was such a fleeting thought, but I had played with that idea.
And now's where it comes true.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
is
I wouldn't do that now.
is it
If
one of
I'd
the
written it
50
down
people
in
here?
advance, it would be true. But now would just be punitive retroactivism.
Wow, fancy.
Right? Basically, if you add ivism at the end of any word, it turns it fancy.
Yeah, well, can't disagree with that.
Well, I don't think the rock can work against Charlie, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it turn into a roll-off. I'm putting the rock's strength. I'm not even giving him a bonus because Pratt really isn't doing anything. Against Charlie's con or wisdom plus telekinesis.
Be telekinesis. Ooh, that's a good roll.
That is a good roll, yeah.
Mhm.
Roll
That's
well.
But that's an
That's-
even better roll. Yeah.
That's-
Well, I take it back. There is no light peeking out. Charlie can sense that this time Harry was actually trying to tip it just a little bit. And was putting in a good show, but was not able to resist the remove the combined weight of it plus the telekinesis.
With a rigged game. It's like a carnival game.
It's pretty much.
Trying to outthink the statue. That's not how it works.
It's actually exactly how carnival games work. You don't do them how you're supposed to do them. You figure out how they're rigged.
Yeah, it's not a question of if they're rigged, it's how they're rigged.
Yeah. And after a few seconds of straining like that, Harry, sweating more and breathing more heavily, stops exerting himself and pats Pratt on the shoulder. It's okay. It's heavier than I thought. Looks at Zoe and, spreads his hands in a I've been defeated kind of gesture.
Zoe walks up to the statue and then taps on it and says, "Well, I mean, it was a good effort." Do you know who it's a statue of?
He does, and he begins recounting a story in rock-ish fashion, with the intense glares and the lifted eyebrows, and even some wiggling.
Does the statue smell what Harry is cooking? Hilarious.
And while some of the crew have gone back to their duties after the exhibition of topless strongman exerting muscles has ended, a handful of them have remained to hear the story.
Cool.
There's no way I'm going to be able to put these people back where they came from.
Story time with Harry.
So shifts just got shuffled.
Shifties just got shuffled. You mean you don't have a TOE?
Nope.
That's good, because I don't actually remember what TOE stands for.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
It's a military thing,
Sounds about right.
but basically it's a board where you put all your people and what
Ah.
they're doing.
I don't think I'm even putting these people in the right categories.
Pratt's a guard now.
Oh, what? No, actually, yeah. No, I was right. Elizabeth Fairbanks is a guard. Alright. Okay, all got them right so far.
Just imagine I'll find one of the guards finds themselves in like the lab. It's like, wait, what the hell am I doing here? Who put me here?
Little Grace has definitely gone back to work. And she has dragged Simon with her, even though he's a lab guy. Leaving Pratt alone. Doesn't really want to deal with him.
Before she leaves, I tell her I want to know if anything's happened to the. I want to report on the zombie head, but
Okay.
not like right now. But like I would enjoy having. Or by the end of the day, I don't know, whatever the fuck people say.
By shift's end, I don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah, at some point in the future that Zoe knows, but I don't.
Okay. Now, theoretically, Jai has actually been needing to interact directly with the zombie in order to make his vocal structure.
Yep.
So she and the security guard have been there off and on. She says that she'll write up a quick report for you.
Okay.
Let's see, who else is not interested in this? This crew. Nova's gotten some surreptitiously odd looks as she's been down here. Seems she hasn't really interacted much with the crew, but she sidles over to Zoe.
She scary blue lady.
Scary
Yeah.
blue lady.
Scary blue lady.
Yo, what's up, Noah? You like my throne room?
Your
And
throne room.
I pat the pile of boxes next to me. Take a seat.
Are you holding audience?
she
Apparently.
she looks unimpressed and takes a seat.
Somebody needs to activate her humor circuit. Jesus. Nice to see you out and about.
I wanted to see what this was about.
Well, just killing time.
Just to show a half-naked man flexing his muscles.
Well, no. It's a team building exercise, The eye candy is just a benefit, a bonus. And what a bonus it is. I don't fucking know.
She it is nice to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. What a confession.
And it sounded like she was dragging it out of herself.
What about you? You got any muscly dudes that you're
You're genetically engineered not to show it.
not to show? They engineered a way showing muscles? What? Who's in charge of this shit? They have terrible ideas on aesthetics.
My race has been prejudiced every century. Looking strong is not a benefit.
Agree to disagree?
Who's the biggest threat in this room? Aside from Libra.
Jai. No,
yeah.
I'm not there.
Jai's not actually in the room.
Let me give this room a once over. You said Libra's not here?
No, she said aside from Libra.
Oh. Well, I guess that kind of depends on what you mean by threat, because I can count at least 4 people that could kill me. But if they did, the ship would explode. So I guess
Fine.
I'm the biggest threat.
Say you're standing in an open field. There's no ship to explode, and all these people surrounding you, no guns.
Uh-huh.
Who's the biggest danger?
Switch.
You don't get it. She is getting frustrated.
Look, I mean, I understand. Yeah, you don't want to look strong because then you can, surprise people with your actual strength. But looking strong also deters fights.
Not when you're blue.
Dabba-dee dabba-doo.
Does Zoe actually say that?
No, I feel like that song probably hasn't made it into the 21st century.
Oh, it definitely has, along with Up and Down.
It's also highly offensive to
yeah, it's probably super offensive.
The Venga Boys up and down is the new girl from Ipanema.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't get it. I just I know what I enjoy. Looking fit, part of that. Not me personally, obviously. And she does that thing where she flexes and then her arm like caves in.
Nova agrees, obviously. Scotty is also a little bit anxious with Nova being this close to Zoe.
Especially with all this talk of threats.
And as Harry is continuing his story, Nova broaches what seems to be the reason that she walked over.
Mhm.
Is that from his world?
Yeah. Well, I guess it sort of depends since the cities are floating above. Yeah,
Or
I mean,
is he taking
yes,
it with him?
probably.
She nods. It's good.
Mhm.
If you go back down to Trinitive Fade,
Mhm.
I'd like to. I want to be there.
Yeah,
Bring some things back.
sure. To the ship?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Or at least I don't think there's a problem. We haven't had any problems recently, have we?
Um.
Have we? Like, out of
Nova
character, have we?
motions her eyes over to Armstrong.
Oh my god.
That one.
Yeah. A little robotic. That one.
Uptight.
Well, takes all kinds to fly a ship, you know?
I'll watch that one. Alright. Thanks. I'm leaving now.
Okay, well, good talk, I guess.
She slips off of whatever Zoe had her sitting on.
It's a box of let me hang on. Let me bring up the the inventory real
I
quick.
think you've sold almost all your stuff.
No, it's it's our box of hygiene products.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I bought them like a long ass time ago because I don't know.
All right. Okay.
There's a lot of talk about broken toilets and shit like that.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So it's probably a half empty box, as supplies have been taken out of it and
Mhm.
supplied into the proper receptacles.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, I assume that we just like this becomes part of maintenance, and we don't have to keep track of it.
Yeah. And those that have remained around for Harry's story seem to have been entertained by it's basically just a story of Maui with appropriate embellishments.
Dope.
Nova slinks away.
Does she actually slink?
Kind of. She moves slowish. And is half decent at not drawing attention to herself, but she doesn't just walk out.
She's also blue. That sort of makes her stick out a little bit, which sort of brings me back around to my point of if you guys actually cared about aesthetics, they would have figured out a way to not make yourself blue Your point is invalid. Anyway.
Well, Zoe, through whatever interactions she's had with Nova, Zoe knows that she's not the sharpest bucket.
Yeah, I know. So darn cute, though.
Yes, she loves being called cute. Nova and Armstrong
why do you think-
exchange a long look before Nova finally leaves.
Oh boy, where's our HR department? Can we go get Walter back?
Yes, he was fantastic at that. I think your HR department is now Nick.
Yeah, but he's like a sadist.
Nick?
Oh wait, no, that's god damn it.
That's Charlie.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Charlie's your security. It's good for him to be a sadist.
Hmm. Scotty, well, it looks like it's time for crew meetings. You got anything on your mind?
Nope. Well, yeah, I do.
Yep. All right. Well, lay it on me.
I'm not comfortable with that android and that blue skin wandering around so freely.
Well, since either one of them could basically punch a hole in any wall we put between them, and I don't enjoy hitting dents out of the what's it called? The like bulkheads. It's better to just let them, feel like they're part of the crew. Since
But
they
they're
are
not.
technically part of the crew.
You don't have them doing anything.
I mean, do I not? I feel like we gave them jobs.
Nope. Libra has helped out on things, but has never been assigned as to do anything. One of the reasons for that is that Libra asked to be kept away from pretty much any means of receiving orders from perimeter. So any kind of communications or even outside stuff.
Right. And Nova's job is to be Jai's nurse.
Is it?
She tells Scotty this with a completely dead straight face.
Oh, this is what Zoe is saying.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. She's his assistant. Terrible bedside manner, but she can deliver a shot like nobody's business.
You know she has a temper, right?
Yeah. But
Now,
I mean,
point of order, or point of note, Nova hasn't actually acted out since you guys have gotten these new crew. This is just Scotty being intuitive.
perceptive. Oh. Yeah, no, she's got a temper. But I mean, so does Elena. So I mean, interpersonal issues are, it's part of the deal. Nobody's perfect.
Okay.
We do what we can. I would enjoy you keeping an eye on them, though.
And maybe you want to do something about that Armstrong too.
Why is everybody pissed off about Armstrong today? What did they do?
I'm not pissed off about her. I'm worried for her. Them.
Too uptight.
I think they may be getting some pressure from other crew.
Well, Scotty, that sounds like a problem that you should solve.
It's not.
Delegation. Oh,
That's a you
shit.
problem.
God damn it. You can't delegate it right back up to me. I just delegated it to you.
He has the slightest grin. I'm security.
Yeah, but I'm engineering. I think we should kick. You know what? Between you and me, we should kick this one up to the captain.
Fine by me.
Sounds good. Charlie?
I'm sorry.
I mean, you're standing right here with us. Are you good with kicking it up to the captain?
Totally.
Good recovery. Good recovery.
All right. Cool. Yep. Anything else?
No. Nothing so
Alright, well,
far.
keep up the good work.
As people are peeling off, you see that Christina Christie over there and Reed both pair off. Christie's talking with Reed over something. They're both, yep, they are. Good. And after everyone else has gone back to their stations, except for Armstrong and Switch.
Well, I mean, I have to go back to work too, so I assume Switch is coming with me.
Okay.
But on my way out, I'm like, Armstrong, what are you
Yes,
still
sir.
doing here?
Permission to return to duties, sir.
Granted.
Thank you. And then Armstrong goes.
You gotta learn to relax. That's an order.
Oh, is Zoe saying that to them? Or just saying it to
Yeah.
herself?
No, yeah, she says it to herself.
Okay, okay.
I feel like I've been working on this ship for like 6 months, so some of this, like, wait, 9 months? Some of these problems should be fixing themselves, right? Like, the bug sheet should not be 60 bajillion pages long.
Yeah, that they're being, if you'll pardon the pun, hammered out. I'm
Okay.
so clever.
Yeah, hilarious.
I know. And I mean, it really wasn't ever as bad as I think Android made it out to be.
Yeah, I mean the ship's been flying, so
Well, I think that the Android, when they were sending thousands and thousands of emails, was basically just taking parts of problems into each separate email. Like, you know, the router isn't working. Turns into the router is unplugged. The router is not plugged into the computer. The router is unplugged from the outlet. The router is not plugged into the computer. And a third email that says there is no Wi-Fi coming from the router. That's
and also the left screw needs to be tightened approximately
yes!
2 torque units. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, there were problems with the ship, but not thousands and thousands worth.
Okay.
Eh. The other event I had here was that well, it involved Jai, so we will hold off on that. I don't actually expect Lulu this session at all. The thing that he said that he's doing is something that, while he expects to be only 2 hours, could also quite easily turn into the entire day.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, I guess that's all I had for Metaspace Adventures. Anything that any of the three of you wanted to accomplish during these 6 days in space?
I wanted to see how Elena was getting on with her new leg.
Okay. Give me a second to go get myself some water here. That Ultimate Baconator somehow dried me out? Weird.
Yeah, it's full of chalk.
It's gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Zoe finds Elena hanging out in the galley. She's not on shift, so
Sure. Yeah.
she's having a quick game of Space Dragon Poker with Ivan and a couple of others that are also quick to point out they're not on shift.
Ah, yes. Look, I'm not a mean boss, but I do expect you to work when you're on shift. Goddamn. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. I'm sad. I can no longer join in on the Space Dragon Poker. Leadership truly is the loneliest position.
Well, Zoe's gonna have to make that decision consciously because Elena is inviting her over to an empty seat.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll lose some money to the.
They're playing very low stakes.
Yeah,
Elena,
I am not worried about the stakes.
no, I'm sure you're not. But anytime somebody's asked to or tried to raise the stakes, Elena bows out. She will not gamble at large stakes.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's you're playing too tight, Elena. You gotta. If you don't loosen your range, you're never gonna win. I assume Space Dragon Poker works the same way as regular poker.
uh, you may assume that. Please don't, however, assume that the GM knows enough about poker to know what any terminology means.
Oh, so you have a range of cards that you'll play at certain betting values, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And so if you're playing too tight, that means that you'll only play a game if you have aces. And if you're playing too tight, then people
Oh.
know that you're playing too tight. And so if you ever bet, they're just like, okay, I fold.
So what is a player who is scared to lose money?
They shouldn't be playing the game.
Elena shouldn't be playing the game.
Yes.
Do those players typically play tight like that?
I don't I don't know people that like honestly, if you're scared of losing money, then
You're probably
yes,
just not
like,
playing.
yeah. But if you have to do it for like a social reasons, then yeah, they probably just are playing extremely tight.
Okay.
Which is conversely not a very good way to walk out with the money that you walked in with. It's just a way to kill time while slowly losing money.
Yeah. That is probably what happens frequently with Lena. But after a few hands, somebody has to use the restroom and somebody else wants to go back and get some shut eye before their shift, and the game pretty much dissolves, leaving just Elena and Zoe there.
So now that we have a little privacy, how is it?
The leg?
Yeah.
Yeah. She kind of swivels in her chair, lifts it out, and pulls the pant leg back. Don't think I or any of us ever decided on what exactly Elena got for a prosthetic leg look.
Oh, well then I could do this later.
It's not necessary to go into the detail right now. I am open to suggestions if any of you have an idea for something that would look cool and would not be additionally expensive.
I think she should get a sweet chrome leg,
All right.
or conversely, a sweet matte black, like carbon fiber looking leg.
Mm.
Hell yeah, to be sweet.
All right.
Basically, I think that she's the kind of person who would get one that's like, I don't care if you're uncomfortable with my prosthetic.
Oh yeah, she definitely is.
Yeah, so I sincerely doubt that she would have gone with like the skin color matching whatever. Boring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she primarily wants it to be functional.
Yeah.
And there was no concern over that. They were all going to be functional. Nox and Meowkin, what you got any suggestions to lay on the board?
For Elena's leg.
Uh-huh.
I would think if you're talking about functional, probably something that's easy to maintain and keep clean.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think of a utilitarian look. But
I really want to make it chunky, like Soviet Union 1980. You know?
Yeah, that
You ever watch
seems-
Pacific Rim? You ever watch
Yeah.
Pacific Rim? You
Uh-huh.
know the Russian robot?
Yep.
Like that.
I think that's going a little bit farther outside of the utility realm.
yeah,
I don't know. That's what I think
Nox?
of.
Any suggestions for Elena's legs, Nox?
I'm a fan of the auto mail style of thing. Make it.
Auto mill.
Oh yeah, like in that's right. GM doesn't watch anime, so our weeb knowledge is no good to us.
Auto mill. Is it something I can look up real quick?
It basically looks like an armored gauntlet, but like functional.
Yeah,
Although I
unfortunately,
guess in this it would be more like an armored leg piece.
yeah, auto mill has turned up a whole lot of machinery for me. What other word should I include in my search?
Alchemist.
Alchemist. Oh, is this from Full Metal
So-
Alchemist?
Yeah, Full Metal
Yeah.
Alchemist auto mail. It's pretty
Okay. Oh,
functional.
auto mail. Got it.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like the. But yeah, that's basically what I was thinking.
Okay.
Very, very functional. I guess
Shiny
yeah.
and chrome.
He even has a leg, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
One leg,
actually
one arm.
looking at a picture of an arm that somebody is working on just like that. I like that first one better. Right. All right, so we'll go with that design with the carbon fiber. Let me just post this over here in the pictures. There we go. That's an arm, but the leg style is the same. And so that's what she shows to Zoe. It is carbon fiber, so it has that kind of crisscross hatch matte black look to it. It's not shiny. And she says that it is working out fine. It doesn't even bother her when she stubs her toe.
You still got feeling down there though, right?
Yeah, I can feel that something has impacted my foot.
Good.
I don't actually have toes. Actually, toes are necessary for balance, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. She doesn't say that. Or maybe she does.
Well, shit. If you don't have toes, we gotta get you a refund. Otherwise, you're gonna be falling on your ass.
I'm kidding. Not sure why I have toes though. What is the purpose of them?
Well, they spread the weight and they keep your balance as you walk.
Oh.
because when you walk, you go up on your. Is that the ball of your foot? I don't know. The front part of your foot. If you want the complex biomechanical answer, you got to talk to Jay.
So if I cut off Ivan's toes, he'll not be able to walk.
Yeah, but neither will you, because we'll have to put you in the brig, and that'll be a whole thing. You know?
Hmm.
But
Mm.
what's the problem? What's going on with you and Ivan? Why
No
are you guys
problem.
always fighting? Well, I would say that there is a problem, since one of you is always in the med bay.
It is my fault, sir. Zoe.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is generally the one receiving the abuse. But why?
Couldn't we talk somewhere more private?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Here, come on, we can go to my office.
Duh.
While we're walking, I check out her leg to make sure that it is actually working the way that it.
Yeah, it even makes the cool swishing sound.
Chunk, chunk. Is she wearing a shoe on it?
She
'Cause
is.
that would be the first thing I'd lose.
She is because she still has to have a shoe on her other foot,
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, all right.
and the leg was not designed to compensate for variable sole heights.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. And if it is a good prosthetic, it's probably easy to put a shoe on it. So.
Hmm. It is, yeah, yeah. So there's no chunk at the end. It's not heavier than her leg would have been. It's designed to be the same weight as her old leg was,
Mm-hmm.
to ease the dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and what else was I gonna say? Yeah, no, it doesn't make machine noises. It just makes this kind of smooth-ish sliding sound.
Cool.
It would be a problem for stealth,
Well,
but just don't make her do stealthy things.
yeah. It's the equivalent of giving her a necklace with a bell on it. She can never sneak up on us anymore.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
She has gotten more uncomfortable as the two of you are walking to your office. And by your office, do you mean engineering?
Yeah. I assume that I have an actual office,
Okay.
but I also assume that it's like I go in and there's people, doing stuff on the terminal, and I have to tell them to get the hell out.
I.
It's the engineering office.
Yeah, I suppose that would be. The ship does have more private areas, conference rooms and such, if you wanted to use those, for fancier things.
No,
But
I like throwing my weight around in the engineering. I like them to know that I'm in charge.
all right.
Who do I catch snoozing on the job?
Um. Let's see. Well, nobody. I
Well,
know
that's
that's
bad.
boring, but nobody.
Somebody better be on shift. God damn it.
Oh, they're there.
Oh, okay.
It's just they're not snoozing.
Yeah, okay. Then I give them congratulations and to get out.
You just kicked out Natario.
Notario, go check all the smoke sensors on the foredeck. There's only 180 of them. It won't take you long.
Notario hesitates and then goes. Worst boss ever.
Yep. Well, I mean, look, you definitely want to make sure your smoke detectors work in outer space. So maybe not the worst boss ever.
Oh, no, but those are on a routine maintenance schedule already.
Yeah, well, spot checks are important. You can never be too careful.
They're being checked tonight.
Oh. Well, I feel like Zoe would have known that.
No,
That's-
I'm making that up.
How dare you?
All right,
Here, you can take Switch with you.
okay. Should take switch. I should probably draw a box for meaningless tasks or menial tasks, huh?
No, just hallways.
um,
And it's not a meaningless task. You do not want fires in space to go undetected.
it is menial, however.
Oh, they said meaningless.
I did at first, and then I corrected myself.
Yes.
How dare you?
Right?
Correcting yourself. It's like you knew you made a bad thing. Whatever. Shut up.
I did. I knew that I said the wrong word. I'm sorry. I won't correct myself again.
Good.
I just won't make
Let
any
that
more
be a
mistakes again.
You just want to acknowledge them as mistakes.
Yeah. Like my boss says frequently. One time, I thought I made a mistake, but I was wrong.
Grown.
Yep.
That is the most boss thing I've ever heard anybody say.
It fits his personality well. He's a good boss, Bo.
That tracks. You don't happen to work for the lottery, do you?
No.
Okay, because one of my friends says that a lot, and he works for the lotto, and I'm like,
Oh, that his boss is a good boss, or
no. He says I thought I made a mistake
Oh.
once, but I was wrong.
it probably came from some TV show somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Or they read it on Reddit. Anyway.
So, Elena sits down on a tool bench.
No, I mean, this is an office. There are chairs.
Oh, I thought it was just the engineering section was the entire office.
No, there's engineering, and in engineering is an office for engineering stuff that you have to have an office for.
Okay. Well, then she sits on a chair.
There you go. God, we're barbarians here. And then I sit on the tool bench.
Wonderful.
Because the desk is entirely taken over with my project to make the grab harness not encumbrance 50 or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay, very good. She starts off by saying it's not even. Just it's not even.
Mm-hmm. Then what is the problem? Spill, sister.
I just. It reminds me of family home. That makes me angry.
Mm-hmm. Can you take it out on him?
Duh.
Does that seem fair to you? Does that seem right?
He is fine with it.
Yeah. It's because he likes you. I mean, but again, is that how you want to be? You want to be the kind of person who beats up the people that like you?
Not hit him since I lost my leg. Couldn't reach him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I knew that joke was coming.
She grins half-heartedly. No, but I'm serious. If I had plenty of time to think about it.
Think about who you want to be.
This is not some existential crisis.
No,
So,
it's a very real crisis.
you read
Look.
too much philosophy.
Well, if you say you've got it under control, then I'll believe you. But, like, come on. Well,
As maybe very cliche, but mm, more money would help relieve some of my stress.
you're asking for a raise so that you don't beat up your fellow coworkers?
Da? There's good reason, right?
I mean, I could also just fire you, and that would stop you from beating up the fellow coworkers.
No, please do not.
I would rather not. I would rather you just didn't beat up your coworkers.
It's
And
been-
then after showing that you have the ability not to, then you get the raise. You see? Because, it feels weird if I give you the raise so that you stop beating up instead of, you stop beating them up and then I reward you by giving you the rent. You see? There's an order of operations here.
Was not meant to be trying to buy Viven's safety. I've not tried to hit him since losing my leg.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just because I can't reach him.
Yeah. But maybe that joke not as funny to Ivan since he's the one who was getting hit.
It's never serious.
You put him in the hospital. At least twice.
He was whining like a baby.
Yeah, well, because you were hitting him. I mean, I could go get Harry. Well, probably not Harry. I can go get. Who can I get to hit you? Android. Android would probably be okay with hitting you. We'll see if you whine. You see? You gotta put yourself in their shoes, especially if you're gonna be in charge of them, which you would be if I gave you a raise, because I'd also have to increase your responsibilities.
I'm ready for increased responsibility.
Well, then show me. Show me how.
I have.
Hmm.
How long have I been on this ship?
6 months. How long has you been on this ship, Jim?
I think it's actually been about 6 months.
Okay.
Hang on, if you want an exact, I actually have completed my timeline and I can tell you.
Yes, I would like an exact number so I can hit her with it. She thinks I'm not paying attention. Ha!
Well, it sounds like you weren't paying attention.
So
I've completely forgotten why I brought her into this office.
5 months. She was hired. The Russians were hired on October 27th, and you guys are basically in the middle of April.
So 5 months and 6 days.
I'll be.
Oh, actually, no. Well, yeah. Almost 6 months. It'll be 6 months on the 27th, so in about 2 weeks.
Okay. So I hit her with that exact number to the day, and then I look at my watch and I do some minor calculations and give her the hour.
Yes. Yes, it was. We have all three been scrapping and salvaging and maintaining this ship when it was just us three.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So what sort of advanced responsibilities do you think you'd God, I hate doing job interviews. Where do you see yourself in 6 months? Don't say
Well,
screwing your wife. Don't say
at
screwing your wife.
yeah, as Zoe actually kind of trips into what is essentially an interview, Elena straightens up and sounds like she had something practiced and prepared. Prepared and
Oh,
practiced.
great. Oh boy.
I'm not going to go
Okay.
through it in her voice.
Cool. Yeah, we can montage this. Skip
Yeah.
ahead.
She basically outlines the increase in crew staff, and she gives numbers to that, which are correct.
Mm-hmm.
And the need for mid-level direction. She notes that her time on this ship in support, or she notes her time on the ship in support of her familiarity with it. And
Mhm.
she, even though you already talked about this, again, as if she has practiced this, she adds that in regard to her temper, recent events have put her recklessness in perspective. And closes again with, and that the added pay will relieve some of the pressure that is stressing her out.
Okay.
It's clear to anybody that wants it clear to their character that she practiced this, that she was coached through it because the manner was not entirely her own.
Right.
So move
I
her
ask
up
her
to-
follow-up questions that are cognate and cognizant.
Did you mean
Uh,
you
They
mean
show that
poignant?
I paid attention.
Okay. Um, and she answers preparedly.
Okay.
Oh, we're just throwing words at each other.
Yeah. Look, I hit her with some isms. How'd she feel about that?
It's one of them socialism.
She counters with some ziggies.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll bring your proposal up to the senior staff, and we'll decide, and we'll let you know by the end of some time span that Zoe knows and I don't, because I
Now,
don't know.
now here's a real weird question. Do Charlie and I also count as senior staff, despite the fact that we've been on board exactly as long as Elena?
Yes, because you guys were hired for jobs that were like higher than hers? Question mark. Look, let's not get real deep into the existential questions brought up by the fact that you guys are player characters and she is not.
It's actually fairly easy to answer for me, at least. Nemesis and Charlie have both
We're-
proven to have skills
We're
outside and
specialists.
beyond. Yeah, you're specialized.
You guys are super cargo. What? That's not a bad thing. It just means that you're not essential to running the ship. You're essential for other things when the ship gets to where it goes. But yeah, is she asking for a raise to like middle, but not? She doesn't want to be a share person yet.
Oh yeah, no, she's your NPCs are never going to ask for shares status.
Okay.
That's a breach into the fourth wall, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Look, I'm personally I'm fine with it, but I'll wait until group meeting or whatever and bring it up.
Okay. She does actually list as references Ivan and Alexei.
Yeah. Okay. So I actually want to bring Ivan in, but not while Elena's here, and be like, all right, level with me. I know you like her, but is she still beating the crap out of you?
Well, no, she's never beaten the crap out of me.
You've been in the hospital twice.
So
He's always held the crap in.
Look, Elena has had a rough time with Union. Uh, Do not mind, I can take it.
I
She
fucking
needs a
mind.
punching bag.
What if she punches somebody who can't take it?
Has she ever?
Has she not? I counter his rhetorical question with a rhetorical question of my own.
She has not, even in Union. And despite accusations of anger management, she never hits anybody except me.
Yeah, well, you're a person and a crew member, and you shouldn't have to put up with that shit either.
No, I should not. But she hasn't hit me lately. She's learned.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we're-
god, this
And
this
it's
is like this is straight out of like the domestic abuser fucking handbook.
and it is always reciprocal. She gets angry and then I get angry and we start throwing things at each other. She's just better aim.
Boy.
Look, boss, please don't tell her I said this because then I think she might actually kill me.
Yep, I know.
She
Although that doesn't exactly speak well of her anger management issues, which is the whole problem.
it's okay, it's okay. Ivan actually reaches forward and pats Zoe on the shoulder. It is hard working for Union, uh, family welfare, especially if you've been cut off. Let me start over. Her family welfare was cut off because she couldn't or didn't stay her extra extensions.
Is that something that Zoe would understand? Because I don't.
It probably isn't, and I was just about to give you a little bit of a out of character context for it.
Mhm.
Actually, sorry, I take it back. I think Zoe might know it, just because of how
Business stuff.
yeah. Let's go ahead and get a roll on it. In fact, this isn't something that I'm gonna let you roll trade for, but I will let you have your extra die from the trade adjacent. Either connect or no with wisdom or intelligence.
Okay. Hang on. Let me open up the edit so that I can change it. Connect to a 3d6.
Isn't that the best special gift to make you go into your character sheet and edit it?
Yep. So you said intelligence or wisdom?
Mhm.
They are exactly this. Oh no, my intelligence is higher. So voila.
Okay.
Goddamn.
So, Union is a mixed bag when it comes to work. It's mostly good for union workers, with some pretty strict caveats. What Ivan is talking about is basically if when you go into working for a union at certain level, not just you're working for someone who's on Lyft, you're actually working for union. There's a certain amount of welfare that is paid to your family.
Yeah.
And they keep getting that welfare basically on the good work that you're doing because you're not really being paid. And that is a lifetime benefit as long as you finish enough service with the union.
Gotcha. So it's a pension.
It's a pension, yeah. And
Okay.
I've been saying that because of how Elena was treated in the contract, that I guess he actually would go into this level of detail that her contract was extended involuntarily.
Right.
by multiple years for, as he puts it, incidents of violent intent in the presence of an officer. But he makes it he backpedals real hard to make clear that she never actually hit anybody.
Right. She just was like threatening or whatever.
She just got angry, like she
Mhm.
does.
Yep.
And that kept getting her contract extended. And when she finally,
So extending the contract was like a punishment thing.
yes,
Okay, gotcha.
um,
Which
and
means that she would have to work longer in order to keep the benefits for her family.
exactly.
Okay, now I understand.
Um, and he says that it adds a lot of stress to her knowing that because she left during the last year of her effectively indentureship, that
Mhm.
the pensions, the welfare got cut off.
Right. Okay. I understand now.
So he is trying to paint a sympathetic picture for Elena.
hmm But
Um,
in doing so, he's bringing up the fact that her anger has not been her control of her anger has not been her highest feature, I guess.
it certainly
She's had
hasn't been a
trouble.
strong suit for her. No.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Okay. Well, who are we if not people that give second chances? Does she actually have leadership qualities?
Yeah, she's real good at yelling at people.
No, that's not a leadership quality. Anybody can yell at somebody.
Um, is Zoe asking Ivan or is Xander asking GM?
Yes. Second
Okay.
one.
Um, her familiarity with the ship actually is a boon. The new crew brought on are overwhelmed by how large and you know detailed, complex the ship is. Um,
hmm
it would be the same for any military ship, a little bit more so because yours has some added pizzazz. Um,
Yeah.
and the three Russians did acquaint themselves with it real well, real early on, because they
hmm
were the only people that were here.
Well, not the only people.
Well, they were the only crew.
Gotcha.
They were having to learn these things from you guys in your limited time.
Right. Okay.
Um, and so her familiarity with the ship, as she presented, actually is a big benefit. Um,
But I did think the training program,
well,
you know.
that also certainly helps. That does help. Um, uh, I mean, it would work hand in hand with that familiarity lending to the more practical matters, with the training program being the actual education. But knowing that that pylon is wobbly, and so until that gets repaired, don't put anything under it, is something that the training program is likely to gloss over.
You don't know my training program.
I,
Right.
Well, yeah, because if we had the time to put it in the training program, we'd have time to fix the wobbly fucking pillar.
and I see that we have a Lulu snuck in.
Here's the problem. You see, Nemesis is the one making the training program, right? And Nemesis doesn't actually help with anything else.
Fair. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, she doesn't even report it, so I find out that there's a wobbly pillar when one of my new employees comes in and goes, "Why is there a wobbly pillar in the what?"
And thank you for proving me wrong about how long, how likely it would be for your time to be extended, Lulu.
What did you think was going to happen?
Oh, just if the reason that you were out for a couple hours this morning is the same that you've kind of been going through the last couple weekends, then I know that planning to be uh do things only up to a certain point can very easily and quickly evolve into, all right, well, let's sit down and go over this in more detail.
Right. It almost did, but I managed to like the couple of the things went quicker than I thought this week, so
Okay,
it ended up being okay.
cool. We are actually in the process. I don't know exactly when you slipped in, but we are in the process of assessing Elena for that promotion that she just kind of accidentally asked for. She
Who the
stumbled
fuck is
into
Elena
asking
again?
for. Elena's the
Who's
angry
Elena
one.
again? No, I know who Elena is.
Oh. Oh.
But just shy.
Well, I don't think Zoe's actually brought it to Jai yet, so hold off on
Oh.
asking him that.
Fair enough.
Did you have any other questions about the out of character Xander? Or Lulu?
Oh, I
ahead.
was just going to add, has anything happened in game yet?
Yeah, Harry said he wanted his statue back, and I said he could have it if he could lift it, and he failed to lift it.
Did that really happen?
Yep.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
There was even a roll off between Harry and Charlie.
Great.
Also, I really don't care if he takes it back or not. So,
You know, if he can front us like 2 million credits, he can have it.
is it? I don't even think it's 2 million credits.
No, Dex said the statue plus the artifact was worth several million.
Yeah. The artifact itself is worth several million. The statue has a factor of I put something in there. It's quite a lot.
I think it was 17,000.
17,000, right? Yes, which is not quite a lot. Could get high.
I mean,
but the combination of them may add additional value over the separate components.
So we're looking at potentially around 5 million right there, if we're find a good buyer.
Right.
Which isn't, like, even for us, is not an inconsiderable amount of money.
Yeah.
Still a good amount of money. Yes, it is.
All right.
Back to you, Xander. Did that answer your questions about Elena? I can't think of anything else that she has in the way of leadership qualities. It really is just her skill and experience specifically with this ship.
Okay, and then mechanically, since she's be going from a 1 crew to a 2 crew, she would have a leadership skill, I assume.
Should be going from a 0 to a 1.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, she would get that bonus in situations where it's relevant to ship duty. So if, in a leadership situation where it's specifically ship related, she would get the skill bonus, yeah.
Right. So if I was like, here, take these 5 crew people and go take care of this problem, she would get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The NPC skills are much more abstracted than player skills, and player skills are already abstracted.
She's got +1 in everything, but only so long as she's on a boat.
Only so long as it's ship related.
No, only so long as she's on a boat. That actually reminds me. Have any of you played L5R or are familiar with it at all?
I have.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. So so one of the clans, the Unicorn clan, has a class. I want to say it's the Uteki Battle Maidens, who their entire thing is being horseback fighters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So their one of their school abilities is so long as they are on horseback, they get +1 die to all checks. It does not matter what the check is. If they are on horseback, they get an extra die.
Yep.
Yeah, no, So have you ever played the Sprawl?
I have not.
So one of the classes is the driver class. If he's on, or if they are on their car, they get to add their car's cool stat to their whatever their role is. Because if you're a driver and you're in a cool car, you're just better at shit.
Yeah.
I can suddenly ace the SATs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uh,
if you drive the SATs and do it in a sweet ass car, yeah.
okay.
Oh, I just watched Redline last night, so that's all kinds of memories.
Yeah.
It was not a good movie.
One of the
Redline's a great. You talk about the anime. You talking about
The movie.
yeah.
It was a racing movie.
See.
Yeah, the animated one.
Yeah.
No. This was live action.
What?
Like 2003, I think.
Well, see, that's the problem. You got to watch the animated one. That one's way better.
It was fun to watch. It just wasn't a good movie.
Oh,
I had a
dear.
lot of fun watching it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to.
No, I do want to say one more thing. There was another one of the horseman schools from the Unicorn Clan had their school ability be once per scene. You can call your horse, and no matter where it is, the horse will be there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It does not matter where you are; it will explicitly get there within one round somehow.
Checks out. Checks out.
You can be in the Shogun's fucking palace, and it'll just show up.
Just whistle and boom, there's a horse.
It breaks through the fucking walls.
Well, I mean, the Shogun's palace has got paper walls, so that makes sense.
Well, L5R doesn't even have shoguns.
Oh,
The emperors. It can be in the fortress of the Crab Clan, and it will just break through all the stone and fucking everything, and it'll just be there.
amazing. See, I don't see a problem with that. That's wushu in a nutshell.
It's
Wushu?
still one of the weirder abilities. It implies some crazy shit about your horse.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, back to it.
All right. So now that Jai's here, can we take a break?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
I would have preferred to keep to have the welcome back Lulu tangent conversation during the break, but
Well, I mean, you know who you brought into this show.
Are we at Lamiera yet?
No, we're still in Metaspace. We can be at Lamiera now.
yeah, we there were a couple
Oh.
things that came up.
I also told Scotty that Nova is your nurse.
I don't think I want her in medbay.
Too fucking bad. He said she had to have a job, so I assigned her to be your nursing assistant.
Wait, is she crew now? Does she get paid now?
No.
I thought we offered to pay her and she refused.
Yeah.
I'm actually 90% sure we did that.
No, she didn't refuse. Sirius refused for her.
Right, because we now have a slave.
That is what Sirius put. Yeah, that is exactly what Sirius did.
Okay. All right. So does she want pay?
Nobody's asked her that.
All right. We'll call her up in the last minute we have. Nova, do you want to be a paid crew member?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a break because that's the scene.
No, I'm not. We're not doing a scene. I'm asking her if she says anything other than yes. I'm hanging up.
The GM also wants to think about that, so we're still gonna take a break before that gets answered.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back in 15 minutes.
I will be back. I will talk to you soon.
All right, bring us back into frame. And Zoe was just finishing up talking with Ivan. We had just kind of gone over a little bit out of character what Zoe knows about Union, as well as what Ivan tells her in very strict confidence about Elena's experience with Union.
Right.
Ivan is of the opinion that she would make a good supervisory role.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least he expresses that.
Yeah. I would expect no less.
Oh, so
Oh.
are they on the are they on the upswing again?
Yeah, apparently. She hasn't hit him in a while.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. Cool. All right. I tell him same thing I told her, that we'll tell her our decision at some point in the future that is an actual date, but not one that I know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You need to work here for at least 3 years before you're considered for promotion.
I'm sorry. Are we the baddies?
All right. And was there anything else anyone wanted to do before I pop you into oh, Jai.
Hmm?
The Jello tongue is done.
All right.
Gross.
How you feeling in there?
You guys didn't tell me any kind of questions you thought you'd want to ask.
Yeah.
I
Look,
forgot.
I've had a very busy couple of weeks.
That's fair. It's fair. I can't fault you
questions.
for it.
I just want to build my drones in peace, as I've got a splitting headache.
Tell me, do you feel pain?
Before we get straight into it, I do want to set a little bit of a stage. So Jai, as he's been designing this, has needed to go in and test things directly in contact with the zombie. I assumed that wouldn't really be a big deal for Jai. It's all kinds of risky, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
He has, during those moments, been joined by Lily Grace as lead technician, as well as somebody from security.
All right. I'm telling them to keep their distance though, like a decent distance.
Right, they do. They can't keep the 10 meters of distance that you guys have observed. Your holding cells aren't that large.
Mm-hmm.
Your holding cell area is not that large. But they do keep distance, especially Lily Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And Jai now has finished what he thinks will be the final culmination. There have been he's gotten clear indicators from the movements previously that it was in the right direction, and he thinks that this new kind of muscular organ-ish will allow it to, if it can compensate, if it can figure out the muscle movements, allow it to create sounds that approximate speech.
Mm-hmm.
Jai's just gotten there, attached it in a way that it can apparently control. Now, one of the things that Jai has learned about this is it can't just extend its control into any old prosthetic attachment. You know, you can't just attach muscle to it and build a big blobular creature. Jai is a part of the difficulty Jai had was creating something that would receive and work with the muscles that it can control and the impulses it can send through those existing muscles. So the thing that Jai has learned here is it is trapped in that body even after being given additional flesh, and even after people who seem like they should be able to be possessed, have been in the room. It seems thoroughly trapped there, or it hasn't wanted to move out.
Mm.
It's right
I'm,
where it
I'm
wants
sh-
to be.
Yeah, I'm sure it's exactly where it wants to be.
Jai asks, can you feel pain?
My safe word is Martha.
Oh no, why do you keep saying that name? Oh, I hated that so much.
Mm.
And it, oh, do you feel pain?
You don't have to answer anything right now. Like, we can hold off on this.
I'm gonna try to. It wiggles its arm in such a way that the muscular voice organ squeaks out. Oh.
I write down yes.
Perfect.
Fucking got me. Good job.
uh, okay.
That's it. That was all we needed.
Yeah.
All right,
we're good.
that's the end of it.
All right, now we can just dump this thing wherever.
This has all been an elaborate setup for that one joke.
Yeah. You got me. Why are you here?
I'm not gonna keep squeaking through it.
What is your name?
Um,
What is your quest?
You can call me John Bodega.
Oh,
What is your
God.
favorite color?
it does actually attempt to answer these questions. So let's go one by one. Why are you here? It's taken some time to familiarize itself with the sounds that come out. So Jai is kind of learning something else here. It apparently can hear just fine, just like it appears to be able to see just fine, even without that head.
Mm-hmm.
And it flexes this muscle as it tests out how to make sounds, and as if it was a person tinkering with a mechanical arm pushing sound buttons. It gets to the point where it can talk with some degree of understandability, um, and it answers that question, "Why are you here?" with "Because I'm supposed to be."
Great. Why are you supposed to be here?
Helpful answers.
To lift Kos into the heavens.
And what does that mean exactly?
It means all Kosani will be lifted to the heavens.
Spare me the religious gibberish. What are the heavens? How are you lifting them? What is your connection to the black ships?
The black ships are coming.
Yes, thank you. We got that. Coming to do what?
Kos must rise before the black ships arrive.
Why?
That means absolutely nothing to me.
Is
Rise to where?
does anybody else want to be here for this? Is anybody else wanting to brave the grotesquerie of a muscle making noise?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
shit.
Not Nemesis.
No.
Do you think we can set up like a circus sideshow sort of deal for this thing?
You probably.
I'm sure it's being recorded by someone.
Yeah.
If you got a couple people there, sure. Little Grace is recording it. Let's go ahead and set this up in a rec area.
Sure.
No, it's in the lab. God, why
It's
are you
in the
so
lab.
weird?
Or it's in the probably in the cell, really.
It's in the cell where you've got the force field set up to contain it when you're not asking questions of it.
right.
Yeah.
But just for reference, we'll go ahead and move relevant parties over to here. Lily Grace. And who did I say was your guard here? I think I
You
just said
didn't-
one of them.
You didn't say any who
Alright.
who it was exactly.
We'll put Saul over there. He's one of your G1s. Okay. And so the last thing it said was the black ships are coming. And that coast must rise before the black ships arrive. What did you say after that?
What does that? I think it was like, okay, but what does that mean? Rise
Yeah.
to where?
Why must it rise? I mean,
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. There was kind of a cacophony of questions after that.
yeah. Rise to where and for what reason?
Hmm. It repeats that rise to heaven, and seems kind of repeats also that it must rise because that is what it is supposed to do.
Boy, that's entirely useless.
I mean, it's just kind of like bread rises, right?
Hmm. Let's see. I wonder.
Did you say that Nemesis is watching this since we've got a camera going?
Yeah. I mean, she's probably got a little side screen, but she's mostly just working on her drones.
Okay.
She's got a lot. She's got a lot of ground to make up on those drones.
All right, and Charlie can of course be either present or watching as well.
Yeah.
Charlie is neither.
Okay.
All right. Any options for getting more useful information out of this thing?
Ask it about the white entities.
Do 20 questions.
Why have you done this to me?
I mean, you did shoot at us.
You are vacant.
Yes, you mentioned that. What does that mean?
There is nothing of you.
Nothing of me. What?
No, I think that's the end of the sentence.
You are like a shell. There's nothing inside of you.
I think he just insulted you, Jai.
Yeah, it seems so.
How close is Zoe? Is Joey right up there with Jai?
Yes.
Okay. You both are vacant.
Hmm. Yeah, I think there's a reasonable reason. There's reasonable cause to potentially associate this with either whatever the Raza was doing prior to our situation, or possibly to the memory wipe itself. I'm kind of curious to see if we could try using that on another person, wipe their memory, and see if it would also see them as vacant.
Got a horror claw. a Horclaw that has just been socialized.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it
we
learns.
have-
Maybe they learn their antisocial behavior in the wild, and if you wipe all their memory, they won't be antisocial.
Hmm.
That's how animals work, right?
Possible. Hmm. Well, I mean, if we wipe all their memories, and then maybe it'll reverse to a childlike behavior, and then just immediately imprint on whoever cares for it as its mother.
Wow, deja vu. You guys already had this discussion last time you wiped a day of its memory.
Yeah.
Wait, David, did we name the Horclaw?
No, a day
Alright.
of its memory.
So-
Although
I
David
thought you
is a
said
great name
David.
for it.
All right. So what are you white entities? Is that what we're calling them?
So far.
Were they even white?
They matched the description of the IDEN entities that you saw in other references.
Did you
and-
just call them identities?
Yes, he did.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't know if I want that to be like intentional or not.
I'm just not going to acknowledge it.
It is IDEN entities.
Yeah, and the portmanteau, the obvious portmanteau, is
obviously,
identities.
yes. It's great. I agree.
What is the relationship of you white entities to the black ships?
And just to answer a question that came up, yes, they are white. They're a bluish white light that has no detectable source.
Okay.
It responds. Do you mean Vega?
Why not?
Tell-
Sure. Whatever
tell
you
us-
want to call yourselves.
Tell us more about this Vega.
Vega.
The Vega are coming in black ships.
Great.
The black ships are coming.
Terrific. What is the relationship of the Vega to the black entities, the black smoke entities?
Just as a outside reference, I've dropped the black from the black smoke entities just because it was cumbersome and did not match the reference I was going for.
The blokes.
That was a great portmanteau or acronym for him, but we're
Okay.
gonna have to just go with the smokes.
All right.
That's for the best.
All right. What about the?
I really enjoyed Waterworld, so I'm good with calling them the smokers.
Okay.
What is the relationship of the Vega to
Smoker.
what is the relationship of the Vega to the smoke entities?
I've been trying to ask this question for like 5 minutes. I think we should keep going.
No, it answers. It says that what you call smoke entities are not related to the Vega.
Interesting. And they are unrelated to the black ships.
They are not the black ships.
Terrific.
Wow,
You mentioned the Black Turtle Gang. Who are they?
Human servants of the cause.
Are they possessed as well?
No.
Vessels.
Okay, make a note. Where can we get in contact with them?
Why?
That's not really your concern, is it?
You want information.
So I'll ask you again. Since your answer the first time was a little bit unclear, can you feel pain?
No.
Hmm.
I am eternal. The Vega are eternal. We have
So
lived
you're-
longer than your human lifespans.
Well, that's something to be curious about. Charlie, would it be possible to get some psychic pressure on this thing? I'm a little curious if that would affect it.
You would need to call Charlie over there because he's nowhere near that. where you
Yeah,
guys
that's
are.
what
That's
I'm
wise.
asking.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. An
Well-
attempt can be made. I'm not.
So right now I have the entity scanner going. Is it telling me anything about this zombie?
Nothing that you don't already know.
Zombie.
Zoe
All
hasn't
right.
finished her calibrations yet. Although the
Okay.
data that she's getting from this is certainly going into those calibrations and tweaking them, but she's not getting anything new from this.
Okay, how about this then? Well, I figure there's more useful information to glean from them, and perhaps we can strike some sort of deal. I'm sure, probably. Yeah,
They
that
know
sounds
only
possible.
what I've told them.
So very little.
They were getting me parts.
For what?
For the portal.
Hmm. The portal through which the black ships would be coming.
The black ships would not fit through that portal.
Then what was the portal for?
More Vega.
Hmm. Hey.
Vega.
Noted. And what interest do the Vega have with the material?
Sector.
The material universe, I guess. I don't know if there's a particular name for the material universe other than the material universe.
Our
I've
universe.
yeah, in notes I've been referring to it as real space.
Okay. What interest do the Vega have with real space?
Real space seems a little bit
Human centric.
Rude.
Yeah, yeah. Or real
Look, why
I
don't
was
you go
gonna say
back
real
to your
centric,
fake
but-
space?
Yeah.
I am justifying it as it is story centric.
Well,
So, sorry, Lulu, what was the question?
what interest does the Vega have in real space?
Real space must join the Vega.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on. Let me get back to my notes real quick because I think I defined that a little bit better for myself. Things, yeah, I actually have a section here called "Things I Need a Better Name For." And he does not say that the real space must join the Vega. He says that real space must all be taken to heaven.
Great.
It's probably fine. And what is heaven exactly? Is that what you call the infraverse?
You humans have called it infraworld.
Oh, perfect. At least that's some solid-ish information. All right. Now, say I wanted to strike some sort of bargain with these black turtles. Where would I find them?
Just a point of narrative here.
That was
This
Pirates, right?
this
Possibly.
organic voice muscle that Jai has given it, the controlling entity has now figured out how to speak with an islandese accent.
Interesting. It might just be used to that. Possibly.
It is speaking Spacer, but it is it has after figuring out how to make the words, it has also figured out how to make those words sound islandese accented.
Baser. Gosh
Um,
dang it.
Oh, as a guess, giving Nemesis a headache. She understands it now. There's just a little bit of a dull throb.
Oh yeah, I forgot about yeah. Cause I get what goes talking receiver with that
Uh-huh.
augment.
Problem
Yeah,
solved?
Yeah, I probably tuned out after a while.
Mhm. But yeah, what does it say to that?
Why do you want these humans? Will you continue them on their purpose?
Yes.
he said, lying.
You can find them in the moons of Kos.
Okay, noted. Yeah, I think that does confirm they are probably the pirates. Noted. We'll deal with them at some point, probably, maybe.
They have not been given new instructions for materials.
So they're just standing by as it is.
Yes.
Okay. How did you convince them to work for you?
Ha 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 ha.
Martha.
Its attempt at laughter is a grotesque mockery of this organ that Jai has created.
Yeah, it's not designed to do that.
No, I can imagine it's not.
We'll fix it up for horrible vocal muscles 2.0.
Hey, so it's in a canister, right? Or is it being held by force fields, or?
No, it's the force fields were taken down so that Jai could appropriately install this muscle mod. Jai could certainly have stepped back and reactivated the force field. I don't know if he
probably
did that.
has. He has.
Okay, so yes, it's in the force field.
Okay. Yeah, I get on my my environmental controller and I start piping helium in there. Because if he's gonna be creepy, I'm gonna make him funny.
Do we have like a separate helium thing? Well, probably.
Well, let me
Yeah.
I don't think the helium would change anything. It's not actually using air. Think of it speaking as more like a computer using computer parts.
Like a speaker.
Yeah, non-speakers, not speakers, to make noise. Like the drive scratches.
I feel like you're misunderstanding how helium makes people sound. It's because air travels sound. The sound travels quicker through helium.
It's
but I thought that was to do with their lungs.
How they make it.
Well, not the lungs,
yeah,
but the actual diaphragm and vocal cords.
I don't know if the force field actually stops gas either.
Oh well, I mean, we could all talk funny to make this one talk funny. It's worth it.
Nah, wait, that's it. It's fine.
I don't like it when people try and make me scared.
All right, I can't even remember what I asked.
He asked how this thing controlled them or got them to do its bidding, and it came out with this laughter.
Mm-hmm.
It giggled.
Jai just waits for it to stop and asks again.
I have to scroll back up to my notes on that, so give me just a moment.
And it decides to answer straightforward after that. Because you asked twice.
I hate it. I can't stand it when somebody asks me the same question twice.
Don't make me ask a third time.
No, he actually does answer. Wait, did Jai ask again after it left?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why you were making that joke. That makes sense.
Yes.
It says I showed it the power of Vega. Or showed them the power of Vega.
Which is what? Jumping into them?
Controlling zombie corpses.
Psychic ability.
I was much stronger before you destroyed my form.
Yes, you do look a little
Mangled.
I will still
reduced.
outlive you, human.
I'm not too worried about that.
Will you outlive him in a hole in the ground where you can cause no more problems?
I should also point out there's a concept in medical care called quality of life, and the quality of life of this guy is pretty low. So, quality years, I think Jai might actually be doing a bit better than this guy.
Oh, and Xander, I didn't want to just outright nix your idea of making it talk funny. Zoe certainly can do that. I think it would be something other than helium gas, but the specifics of it we don't need to get into. If Zoe wants to do that, she can.
Experiment with different gases.
Yeah, as soon as he starts being weird and threatening, she would have been like, "Nah, we're in control of the situation. You're gonna talk funny now."
So it is making noises at a higher Minnie Mouse pitched voice now. It is clearly trying to compensate for this, but not being entirely successful at that.
One Piece has a character, or one of the villains has a very high pitched, like a big old man. He has like a really high pitched voice. He didn't talk for a lot of the show, but then when he finally speaks, it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And it's very sensitive about it.
So there's been a lot of out of character, I think, but what was actually said after it said that it would outlive you humans?
I feel like what Jai said was pretty much in character.
Was that in character?
No, yeah.
Okay.
No, I was very
Quality
much
of
in
life.
character with the "you're gonna outlive us in a well."
Okay.
And Jai did point out that the quality of life is probably not great in the mangled approximation of a corpse that they are stuck in. So he's not particularly concerned about that.
Your human minds are so small.
Eh.
I've heard that before.
You cannot see all that is the glory of heaven.
I mean, if it's
Well,
the
we
infamous,
went the.
we've been there, right?
I at least have,
Been
yes.
there, done that. I stuck my arm in it.
You are correct. You did stick your arm in it, and
Yeah.
I did visit it.
Stuck
Yeah.
a drone in there.
Yeah.
Although, here's my question: if heaven's so great, why did you come here? Go hang out in heaven.
Great or good.
It is the path of the Vega to bring your world into heaven.
Have you done that
Why?
with any other worlds? And yes, why is a great question.
I'm just gonna. Why?
Oh, let's go. Oh no, the whys have begun.
It is
Owen
what must be
Wilson,
done.
why?
Why? The universal question.
Based on what?
It is
why
what
must
has
it?
always been done. It is what must be done.
And have you done this before then?
Many times.
Where exactly?
All of your space. It is not where, it is everywhere.
You have previously brought all of space to heaven?
It's just the big
As-
crunch.
As
Wait.
myself, I have not. The Vega have.
Does this mean
How-
that they're the Scream?
How long?
They're the ones that-
Let's clarify that. Actually, that's a very good question. How long ago was this?
Hang
In
on.
real space terms.
GM is now re-referencing
Loading
notes.
exposition. Loading exposition. It's not to say that you shouldn't load exposition. I'm just making fun of the fact that
that I am. That I have a lot of
Yeah.
notes about this, and I need to refresh myself.
Well,
I don't care about that either. I mean, that's how it goes. I don't expect you to remember it all.
I would have, 10 years ago, but
getting old.
my old ass 42 years old somehow deteriorated. All right, what was the question that prompted me to load exposition?
How long ago?
Okay.
Yeah.
Time is irrelevant.
Oh my god. What an asshole.
Yeah, that's terrific. How long ago was it anyway?
infinity.
That's just the biggest number you could think of.
All right, but how long ago was it in this universe's standard time units? Which I don't actually know if Coast previously had consistent Earth unit time or if they
Fine.
used.
I don't know.
Great.
And yes, that it even included the fine, kind of annoyedly.
Yeah.
Exasperated.
Hilarious.
Yes.
We've managed to capture a teenaged entity.
You know,
Identity.
I'm pretty sure that basically is what this is. This is his
Yeah.
first job. He's the equivalent of a fast food worker. Stop doing this bullshit.
And he keeps hitting us with the, well, my dad could beat up your dad.
Odd. All right. Is there anything else you want to ask?
Why?
Chicken
What's
cost
the
the
point
right?
of the black? No, what's the point of the black ships? Right? Because you guys can exist outside. Like, what do you need ships for?
The black ships bring more Vega.
So you guys are what? Like a what's the word? Pre-invasion force?
What excuse me. What must be done is to prepare humans for their ascension before the black
What-
ships arrive.
What if they don't want to ascend? And I say it with heavy sarcasm. Now that I know he's a teenager, I'm gonna really get him.
It is what must be done.
So you don't know? Okay.
I
It's
do
all right. I'm
know.
sure I'm sure that in the future somebody will have enough. They'll value you enough to tell you
Yes,
the real
I
answer.
do.
Okay.
I don't think you do.
All right. Yeah.
Look, I'm turning the screws on his stupid
Yeah.
teenage
I
mind.
get it. I gotcha. Yeah. I don't think he knows anything.
Yeah, and he totally doesn't. Because if he knew, he would just tell us, right?
Right.
I have told
Why
you.
wouldn't
It is
there's
what
no
must
way
be
that-
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
That's nothing.
That
All
is
right.
exactly the thing.
Nah. Okay. No. I'm sure that's what your superiors told you. So there's nothing to worry about.
I am
Yeah,
not
obviously they
told
don't.
to do anything. I do what must be done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There he goes again. I mean, it's like he's reading off of a rote card. You know, it's the script they gave him. It's not his fault.
Are we
It's-
on a ship?
It's a little pitiable. I'm not even. I think at this point, Jai and Zoe are just talking amongst themselves, and Jai isn't actually going to answer the question.
It tries
It's not
to
even
raise
going
its
to
volume and ends up squeaking, but it does ask the same thing. Are we on a ship?
See, I mean, wow,
Yeah.
very much a teenager. Even as the voice squeaks.
It is. Yeah, I think I may have. I may need to improve that system a little bit. If we ever speak to the kid again, it'll necessitate a little bit more tolerable of a voice.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Oh well. I don't suppose you need to eat or drink anything. Do you want me to have Zoe get you some juice?
Are we on a ship?
No. No juice? Alright.
I am trying to answer your question.
Look, he's trying. He's trying. Let's see where
Let's-
this goes. Yes,
Okay.
buddy. We're on a ship. I say
Yes.
in the most just dripping with
The
with
most
condescension.
patronizing.
Yeah.
It's actually a
I
little
do-
weird because Zoe's also a teenager.
Yeah. No, that's what makes it even better. I do everything up to, but not including patting it on the head while it fucking. Yeah, buddy, we're on a ship.
Certain things must be done on a ship so that it can go,
Uh-huh.
so that it can travel through space and time.
Mm-hmm.
That is why the Vega must bring the black ships.
Right, so you need to fold into metaspace in order to do whatever you guys need to do. So he does now.
Not
Oh, well, that's good
metaspace.
for you, buddy.
Infraspace, I believe.
Metaspace is simply a road. You humans have fouled and polluted even that.
I move out of his range of vision and give the jerk off motion and roll my eyes.
God. All right. Well,
I can see that.
okay. Good for you, buddy. Excellent. I'm sure we'll be back later with more questions. Now, why don't you I'm just going to disconnect this really quickly, and why don't you just sit there and do whatever it is you do.
You Eternals.
What is it you say you do around here?
All right.
Okay, so
Since you're so much more superior than us, you shouldn't have any trouble with a little bit of alone time.
Well, I
Uh,
go ahead and yeah.
it is in the process of saying time is, and then I imagine it gets disconnected.
Yep.
Yep.
And then we lock it back up.
Okay.
I'm glad you read the read the mood on that one.
All right. So not terribly useful.
No. Well, we got some information, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder if it can't possess anybody because we're in metaspace right now.
I think it might just
No.
be trapped in the body since it's been mangled. It might need a relatively intact body to escape it, though I'm not really sure what the reason for that would be.
What, it's got to clench its anus muscles in order to shit itself out?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Weird.
All right. How long is it till we get to La Miera?
At this point, you got a couple days left. 2 more days.
Well,
Yeah, I don't have anything else I want to ask this guy right now.
it's probably
The
for the
kid.
best. You should probably prepare to meet with your father again.
Why?
Well, it's almost certainly going to come up.
Ugh. Fine.
Well, we'll try to we'll try to avoid it, but I'm just saying it will likely come up. It might be the easiest way to get information.
Don't always get what you want.
But if you try some,
sometime,
yeah.
you just might find that you get a cool, sword out of it. Who's crunching? Who's
Sorry.
That's meow again.
Crunching. Hard candy shell.
Real quick record keeping. Did you subtract 24,000 for the monthly crew cost?
No, because I figured we would do it in game. So is now that time?
Yeah, now's that time.
Okie
Time
dokie.
is now.
All right.
So we go from
And if there's
point.
nothing else that occurs, save that.
0, You said 24 even? 24,000?
Yes.
Okie doke.
All right. And if there's nothing else that any of the players or characters want to get into before you reach March, then you you arrive at the transition point, which has since been in fiction named the Horizon, G, or the Banshee. And I'm sure you saw the chatter that led up to that, so I don't have to go into explaining it.
What?
We'll scroll up or just do a search for Banshee, and you'll see a bit of discussion on. I wanted to add a fictional name to the transition point instead of just continuing to call it the edge of the system or transition point. Although Meowkin's suggestion of just calling it the edge was tempting.
Yeah, I like the edge.
The
You gotta ride the edge.
the romanticized term calling it the Horizon seems like it would strike many sailors, and I went with that. And what's his name? One of our regulars here. What's his name? I can't remember right now. The cowboy guy. And I also know him as the civilizations guy. He knows a lot about old civilizations. Suggested BNG as a Chinese term for basically edge. And I liked how that sounded so much like Banshee, and could also be simplified down to G. And the symbol for G, if said right, is very clear and easy. So most ships are built with Xiao Wu as symbols because they're very recognizable. And so, people understand those little bits of it. As far as navigating things, they're basically just symbols. And that led to the edge of the system being called G, Banshee, or Horizon. There, I said I wasn't going to go into it, and so I didn't.
Definitely you escaped
Yeah, you
without
showed
doing it.
us.
Glad I avoided that pitfall there.
Anyway.
As you arrive in the transition point from UIS to into March, you are greeted with a single ship, I guess you'd call it a patrol, basically posting at this terminal point, at this entry point, that greets you, welcomes you from the UIS to March, and asks if you'll be traveling to Lamy Era or to... Oh shoot, do we even have a space station here? I think it
We
got
did.
blown up.
Did it get blown up? When would it have gotten blown up?
Hang on, I think that's one of the...
Because we visited the space station when we were here last time.
Okay, then I must have just said it would be silly for March to not have one and added one, but let's see. Pretty sure that Charity Station is one of the places that got blown up in the 4x4.
It's Light Rider Station in
Yeah.
March. I don't know about Charity Station. That's
Isn't that the one we
That's
blew up,
right.
allegedly?
Yeah, Charity Station is the one that was blown up. Light Rider Platform, you're right, is publicly available services. Fuel and maintenance. It's actually where one of the houses on the planet has their shipyard, but they provide the fuel and maintenance services. So
Alright.
the ship that you're at is sends over an initial hail audio and video burst with the simple greeting, welcome from UIS, and query: are you proceeding towards Light Rider Station, Lamy Era, or are you passing through?
Let's see. We'll need to stop by Light Rider Station to refuel anyway, won't we?
I think there's a gas giant here, isn't there? Oh no, we still don't have fuel scoops. That's right.
Yeah.
But gas stations do tend to be around gas giants.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
We'll be proceeding to both. First, we'll stop by. We'll be stopping by Light Rider Station to get fuel, and then be going to Lamiera.
Okay. Having opened at least a voice comm, although a video is also available, you are given directions to well, not directions, but the exact current location of Light Rider platform, and told that you can get further routing from there to your destination on Lamiera, and
All right.
gives you just a quick warning about the Halo, and don't get lost in it.
Wonderful. As a matter of curiosity, a ship passed through here a few months ago, called Starbase. Would you happen to know where we could get information about that?
Oh, that's the other thing I had list for talking to you guys about. The operator that you're talking to says quite politely that they're not able to divulge any traffic information.
Okay, who is able to divulge that information?
Legally speaking, almost nobody.
Well, that would be available as authorized at Light Rider Station. Who monitors incoming and outgoing traffic, Lamiera. The person you're speaking with adds, but you'll probably need some kind of clearance for that. And he checks real quick. So here the GM pauses and asks, are you guys here as the Leith or as the Raza?
I don't believe we switched over.
Okay, so you're still here as the Leith. The operator says, and I am sorry, sir, Captain. I don't see any special permissions given to your ship here.
We'll figure something out, I'm sure.
Oh, of
Now,
course.
just hypothetically, what if we said we were the Ron? No.
All right. Let's see.
Taps a little bit more. Just, based on your inbound mail timestamps, be prepared for some news. A lot seems to have happened since you last received.
Wonderful.
Would you like me to bypass?
No, go ahead and send it through.
Oh, it's already on the way. That was a joke, sir.
Ah. Great. Wonderful. Right. I'm just going to head to Light Rider Station. You have a good whatever.
Of course. Enjoy your stay.
Yeah,
A
bye.
good cycle.
I hang up. All right, let's just go to Light Rider Station.
Yeah. I mean, I figured you were going to go there.
Yeah.
All right. So, news. Do you want to wait for Xander to confirm that he's back?
Well, I mean, if you're going to run the test again, it doesn't really make sense to do it when Xander's not here.
That's true. There is one more thing here. Let me get myself back up to it because Lisa actually has an update for you now that you guys have arrived in March, and she's received her correspondences to her.
Great.
Hmm?
I said great.
Okay.
What she got?
So within minutes of you finishing that call and plotting course for Light Rider Station, Lisa calls over to Jai on an elevated priority line, or elevated priority indicator.
Mm-hmm.
Says that she needs to meet with the command crew.
All right, we're on the bridge. Go ahead and come down here whenever.
All right. Lisa comes on down to the bridge. Is let through by security at the bridge, as well as you guys opening the door for her. And has her data slab in hand as she approaches. She looks for a screen to use. Excuse me.
I direct her to Nemesis's.
Well, she's looking for one of the big screens that opens up in front of you. It's one of the screens that makes it look like you're traveling through space. But
Okay.
really is more intended to provide as much information as you can. The traveling through space or traveling through metaspace screensavers are just for human psychology.
Fair enough. All right, throw it up there.
All right, she presents pictures of Griffin Cage and Das. Griffin Cage being the Galactic Mandate officer who was apparently on your ship, and Das being the green-haired girl.
Yep, 6 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, those are numbers.
She shows some articles about the legal case that was brought against Galactic Mandate by the Council of March.
Mm-hmm.
You may remember there was a handout on that. And says that he's been restored to duty, but only as a desk jockey until that legal case is resolved.
Is he still located? Is he still in Corfali?
He is still on Hyperion Station.
That's in the Corfali
yes.
sector, right?
It is, yeah. It's in the Corfali system.
System, not sector. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, you're fine.
Wait, hold on. I do have a question. What is our actual sector called?
Artemis Black.
Artemis Black. Okay.
That's why it's your news comes from Artemis Black News.
Oh, I thought they were just being fancy assholes.
Oh, nope. Well, Artemis Black Network News.
Fair enough.
The network news part is being fancy assholes.
Got it.
She says that Das is also formally incarcerated at the station, but as you can see in the pictures, is not locked in a cell or restrained in any way.
Well,
good.
Certainly haven't been moved down to the planet, which both makes things more difficult and simplifies matters.
Yes, the planet is a much more permanent incarceration, so neither of them will be moved there unless they're deemed a threat. You know, a large population is still housed in Hyperion Station. It's the people who are never going to be released that get sent down to the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Word is, Das is unofficially helping with electronic security.
Interesting.
She moves that over all over to a different screen so that it's still up, but it's not the focus. and then brings up a kind of standard-looking frigate starship, and labels that as Starbase. The date on that is May 3250. And the infographic in front of you says that it was this is in Lamiera. She has a few little handwritten or hand data slabbed reports that fly by the screen as she's talking, but says that it reportedly left with fewer crew than when it arrived. The only cargo listed was graveyard salvage for delivery to Hlif, which is the Union planet, and
Right.
that a suspicious cargo inspection was conducted by Theseus Chocolate.
Could you actually just write all that information down, and
I
so I
will.
can
Yeah, as soon
review
as I
that?
finish verbalizing it, I'm gonna go ahead and just copy paste for you.
Thank you.
Chocolate.
The most dastardly of the Theseus flavors.
Now hold on. I have a question. Is that a person or is that an actual chocolate company?
That is a person, and this is a background detail that hasn't come up, but Lamiera has a different naming scheme than usual. People are only given a first name, and when it becomes necessary for them to have some kind of official records, they then choose a last name. People like Zoe don't get that privilege because they end up having some kind of official records, usually in the form of trusts and things like that, created for them sometimes before even birth. So her last name was chosen for her, and she was
Right.
stuck with it.
But I presumably picked.
This guy presumably picked Chocolate. The only restriction is that in there is that it can't be the same name that someone else has had, I think, in the last 100 years.
Interesting.
Her source notes add that Theseus has been investigated multiple times, and his name floats among smugglers' talk. Also, that his law aptitude was suspended until he completed 3 months of ethics refresher after an incident involving a bribe he supposedly refused but didn't report.
Does it list any information on his current home address?
It does provide you with contact details as well as a name for him.
Okay. Perfect.
Let's see, make sure that this all formats well. Yeah, it looks like this will work. Oops.
I do have a more personal question.
For is he looking at Lisa?
No, I'm wait, no, that's for later. I forgot Lisa was giving us all this information.
Oh. Yes. There you go. That's formatted somewhat legibly. Discord doesn't care about your indents. Or hanging indents. I love hanging indents.
This would be before Griffin Cage ended up at Corafali, right? Or is this after? The few days, the May thing. I'm actually need to look up when that news hit. Or when Griffin.
Yeah, it would be.
Okay. So they were probably carrying them still at that time. Interesting.
Let's see.
Interesting.
Oh, I think I mixed it in with... I don't know where I put those things. Oh, I have a news category there, yeah. That I've used like 4 times.
Oh, speaking of, Are you ready to hear some news?
Woo!
Let's hear some news.
Yeah, we waited just for you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The end is coming, Xander.
No, it
Yeah,
gave me an
alright,
opportunity for
you.
Lisa to present. Alright. I am playing the Hidden Richard track.
The following broadcast is not suitable for musicians of
I
handmade
can hear it.
music and children under 3 years
You
of
cannot
age.
hear it?
The
No, I
end
said
is
I can
coming,
hear it.
Xander.
Okay.
This hurts you.
It's starting to. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It
Yeah.
used to be funny, but now I'm just kind of, sad.
I am willing to entertain any small, very short script that you guys want put there at the head of news podcast. I want to keep doing something like that just so that everyone can test and see whether they can hear if they want to hear.
Yeah.
But if you
Any
guys
great
want,
ideas.
if you guys want a different one, I'm all ears. Well, actually, I'm not all ears. I want you to write it down, so I'm all eyes. All right. Looks like we've got some news coming out of Pana.
That even legal.
Barely.
Hannah was in. Let's see. God.
Pana is the system. It's
Trying to look up where. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. What's his date? Hang on.
Solar Space owned by Ass Toast.
Yes.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough about Astos to say otherwise.
That's what it says. Ass Toast.
Oh no, I haven't added all of these to Roll20. I knew there was something I'd forget. All right. Well, I'll deal with that as we go.
Do it live.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Lotus district of Red Cliff mourns a tragic loss, 571 souls buried by rubble and then suffocated by Usto's foremost infrastructural challenge, sand. Following gunfire heard at a Union warehouse in the neighborhood, an alarm blared into the neon alleyways, warning residents and visitors of dangerous structural damage to the sand wall. They didn't have time to evacuate. The 50-meter wall cracked, crumbled, and collapsed onto hotels and businesses, instantly killing over 300. The tide of fine sand, held at bay for 35 years by the skyline dominating eastern wall, suffocated the rest. Perimeter is investigating. Clementine here, reporting the best violence across Artemis Black, only on ABNN.
She gonna say the best violence.
The best violence.
Yes, she
The
did.
absolute best violence.
Now, a question.
Mhm.
Does Artemis Black News operate out of AGO?
You don't know where Artemis Black News operates from.
'Cause that's a very AGO statement. I'm just gonna say.
I mean, it could be the reporters from AGO.
Yeah. That's true.
Right.
Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, gross.
You all right there?
Yeah, I just hiccuped and burped at the same time, and it
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
was not fun.
No. Yeah, thanks for telling us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next one is the news says it's out of Aslud, but that's just because these reporters, Artemis Black News, they keep their news presented as from where it originated.
Mm-hmm.
Gunfire broke out on the streets of House La Rue late last night, in an attack that authorities are calling unprovoked and bystanders are calling terrifying. All of a sudden, there were these thunderous cracks, one shaken witness reported, and these two men and a woman just coming out of customs. They were there, then she wasn't, and only one guy was left, and then he was gone too. They were teleporting. Captured video has been turned over to Larry, but leaks in Artist Recreation suggest the men were Joey Hank and Taryn Higstrom, the same men Union has offered thousands of credits to see safely returned. The woman is unidentified and all three are still at large. The attackers, wearing full-body tactical gear and sporting mass rifles, are also unidentified and at large. Larry is following all leads. This is Emma, Reporting from Lamy Era for ABN News.
Okay, that's interesting. So, and those were people on the starbase.
Mhm.
Yep, that's what I thought. And they attacked House LaRue.
Maybe. They got attacked near House LaRue.
Yeah, they got attacked.
Oh, they got attacked
Mhm.
by people who were teleporting.
Mm,
No, wait, no, they were teleporting.
yeah, it's a little unclear, but I think they were teleporting.
So some little bits of visuals do accompany these, so I'm happy to clarify. They there was only there was one person that was teleporting apparently back and forth, and clearly taking them with them.
I see.
I don't have to be cryptic about that because apparently the news identifies the teleporter as a woman.
Okay.
And this isn't something that would be clear and evident to just anybody watching it, but you guys are a little bit more versed. You also have had dealings with psychics. The woman there that is unidentified is clearly the teleporter.
Okay.
And a powerful one if they're able to teleport other people. Even more powerful if they're teleporting people against their will, although how willing those people who were being fired upon to be teleported is kind of questionable.
Does it look like they were
I'm-
struggling?
Um, they didn't look like they were on the same side necessarily,
Okay.
but they were also being
But again,
attacked.
they're also being shot at.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, if I'm being shot at, I would be pretty willing to be teleported somewhere else.
Do
Right.
the people shooting at them look like House LaRue goons?
They absolutely do not.
Oh, okay.
House Laroons.
House LaRunes.
House Lagoons.
Look,
Lagoons.
are they House macaroons?
Mm. Well, feel like they're more like House Spittoons, if you ask me.
Mm. All right. Anyway,
All right. Yeah, moving on.
I feel like we've covered all the humorous ground there.
Yep,
House
probably.
Looney Tunes.
All right. Here is more news.
What ghosts manifest from the skeleton of a city abandoned by its creator? What specters lurk in a concrete carcass crawling with outcasts and cast-offs like so many cockroaches? Ramatama screamed and then fell deathly silent. Offering spirit guidance to any who will listen, this is David with ABNN.
Is this fucking news? This has come out like several times. I'm not sure this is news. This is just some weird fucking kid.
Yeah, I knew it was David. I recognize that voice. I don't know what to think of what that kid says.
It's insane. I don't know how he keeps getting on ABNN, but he keeps getting on ABNN.
Maybe he's got really rich parents, and he's going through a phase right now.
Ramatama was God. Is that anything particular?
Not to your characters, but to anybody who remembers the universe one-shots. Ramatama Block is the one that was assaulted by Union because of incident.
Involving.
Right. No, that was the one with the I guess it would be
Uh-huh.
Vega entity now.
Yep. Well, they're still called Idens.
Identities.
Right, but we have been told they're called Vega.
Mm-hmm.
So we would call them Vega, or we would call them stupid ghost kids.
It depends on which side you want to go on. Your scientific community, as much as there is material on them, call them Iden, and this is from the ship in the graveyard where they apparently coexisted with them.
Right. Okay.
This one's a little bit longer.
All right.
So, the invading faction of Conagirans, the Revitalists, have found a secret underground temple full of ancient battle-ready androids. A treasure hidden so well it was never found by the Reverence or any of the numerous groups occupying Gardenia before them. But this isn't really about any of the desperate ideologies squabbling for food, land, and divine monopoly, is it? What's so valuable that thousands of Conagiron lives and untold credits went into finding this vault? What's the end game here, and who is the puppeteer behind the curtain? My suspicion still settles on Spectre Star Technologies, but now we'll have to wait and see what rises from the dust. Shining an ABN News spotlight on Megacorp meddling in gun, this is James.
Interesting. So that was kind of Garrett had some news output before, I believe.
Mhm.
About like people requesting help and stuff. Why won't they go back to the sector? And someone found a bunch of androids under there.
This is occurring in Gardenia, a city on Canagiris, on Canagiris. That's also the location of the second piece of possible pre-tech component treasure that Zoe had bought for 100,000 credits. You guys had basically gotten as basically. I wonder if I could say basically again. What was basically a map
For one.
to bypass some of the struggle that was occurring.
Interesting. Well, I don't know if we can do anything with that now because it sounds like our opportunity to investigate that might have already gone by if they've already uncovered it. But
sounds like we made the different choice.
Yep.
Well,
When
regardless
one door
of
closes, another door remains closed.
Yep.
I mean, we could definitely go down there and beat them up and see if we could take it from them.
Yeah,
that's true.
I was gonna say it's not a cut and dry thing. It's not like they've suddenly looted the place and are gone. Other people's NPC looting operations will take considerably longer than your guys's. So whatever they're doing down there, they may still be doing even a month, 2 months, 3 months later. I mean, think about how fast things move in the real world.
Right.
And then add guerrilla warfare.
And we do have the advantage in terms of firepower, we'll say.
And a map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if we really wanted, we could go attack it and steal it from them.
Go get a legion of battle androids.
Actually, that sounds pretty great.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, why are we in Lumiere again? Let's go get some battle androids.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have grav tanks.
They might.
Ooh.
Controlled by battle androids.
Yeah.
Roger. Wow, that was a creepy giggle.
Following that, we've got 2 more pieces of news.
Oh my god. Okay, fine, go.
We're at the capital.
Yeah, so you have moved from a place like if you had stayed in UIS for a day more, I think you would have gotten some of these. And then you moved closer into the center of the sector.
Mm-hmm.
So you crossed paths with a lot of news that you couldn't get because you were in Metaspace at the time.
Violence begets violence. Thugs armed with clubs and small blades terrorized shopkeepers along Poppy Avenue, demanding justice for Kim Diva, the proprietor of Drugs. She was found dead of an overdose in her own shop this morning, but residents and local workers insist she never sampled the goods. One anonymous Union security voiced suspicion, commenting that Ms. Kim was a key witness for Union in the ongoing perimeter investigation. This is Clementine, predicting more violence on Astos, for ABN News.
At least you're not reporting the best violence.
Yeah, is violence the new basically?
Yeah.
There has been a trend in Clementine's reports. Clementine is the one that brought you all the invincible violence.
True.
Fair.
All right.
Well,
Last one as soon as you guys are done with any discussion.
go ahead.
Okay.
Sounds like a random person
Is
got
a
murdered.
human condition so desperate for meaning, it will give up what has been found for
Okay,
the promise
David.
of meaning yet unknown? So enamored with an untouchable divine being, it dismisses the miracle of its own divinity. So focused on solving the riddle, it doesn't stop to ask, why is there a riddle to solve? This has been David with ABNN, watching and wondering on Fightin'.
What's this fucking kid on television?
Look, it's not about how you bend the spoon. Really, you should be asking yourself, is there a spoon at all?
And you know what? Watch. It's gonna turn out like all of David's stuff is all, well, puzzles to solve for all the best.
Yeah, wait. Hey, somebody take the first letter from every message from David and see if it spells something. He's laughing because we've cracked the code.
All right, let's see. That one is 3 sentences, so it's ISS.
Oh, International Space Station. It's clues to Earth, to Terra.
And the one before that was WWR.
Worldwide Wrestling Reclamation.
Oh my god. We've done it, guys. We've cracked the code.
Have we?
Oh.
All right.
All right. I'm pretty sure that's nothing. All right.
It's the GM having a good time.
All right.
Oh,
Zoe,
the
not
GM is-
nothing.
we're in an interesting situation, and we are going to have to go to House LaRue's personal territory.
We are?
Yeah, that's where the last location of 2 of the people on Starbase were, and they were there a couple days ago.
Yeah, but they teleported away.
Yeah. Do you know where they teleported to?
No.
Then we'll have to go there for initial clues.
I feel like this is a setup.
Well, if we assume that there's a trap, we can prepare for it.
Nemesis' head pops up.
Oh, prepared.
Out of curiosity,
Prepared?
I'm going to look this up while we're stopping by Light Rider Station. Where was Jai's old practice?
Jai Rao is listed as having shut down practices in House LaRue.
Great. You know what the worst part of it? You know what the worst part of this is? If
That I don't
none
get
of
to
this
cut
had,
your face off.
if none of this had happened, I would have had to call Zoe my lady or some bullshit like that.
I mean, you can anyway if it makes you feel happy.
It actually makes me feel worse.
Oh, in that case, definitely do it.
As you wish, my liege.
Yes, quite. Now carry out my will, peasant.
This is idiotic.
Agreed.
All right. Well, here's the other option. We could glass the city from orbit.
Do you think they'd let us?
You actually can't. Your weapons won't reach the ground from orbit.
Well, we could move an asteroid into a collision path with it.
No,
Pretty
they
sure
don't do that.
Alami Air almost certainly has defenses against that.
Yeah, they'd
True.
see that coming
But
from.
if I've learned anything from the Expanse, if we put a stealth coating on the asteroids,
Well, the other option is, well, we do have atmospheric configuration. We could just fly down and then start shooting before they realize we need to be shot at.
that may have been a minor spoiler, but I'm not gonna give any more. Anyways,
And then what?
Fly
Really-
away.
Develop the plan. Develop the plan.
No, we just shoot them until they're all dead, and then we never have to go back to this hellhole of a planet again.
But I like some bits of this planet.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
It's got
All right.
weather.
Let's. Sure. Let's go ahead and. What's the address of Mr. Chocolate?
It is 7237 Truffle Street.
Oh, really?
Are you? I'm. You know what? I'm actually starting to take the destroy this planet seriously. Maybe we should have kept one of those planet nuking missiles. Feels like a great thing to have nowadays.
I feel like this is exactly the reason we don't have any planet killing missiles anymore.
We'd be too tempted.
Mm-hmm.
I would be too tempted.
This
No,
entire
look,
civilization is diseased.
As a wise man once said, no one man should have all that power.
I should. All right. Is Truffle Street in House LaRue's territory?
It's within the city, yes.
Great. Everything on this planet is in LaRue territory.
And I do want to... Oh, come on, computer. I do want to remind you here.
That
Bam.
the clock is ticking, we're just counting the hours.
Oh, yeah,
It
the
was
planetary defenses.
from a previous discussion. That's not actually what Lamiera's defenses look like, but it may as well be.
Let's just say they rattle the windows when they fire off the planetary defense guns.
Yeah.
Lamiera is a Tech 5 planet.
I'd be worried about that thing destroying everything in like a 5-mile radius whenever it fires just through.
Just by rotating the fire, it's given people earthquakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like I said, that's not actually what they look like because that is absurd to the extreme. But
well, no, they have to be that big so that they can put all the baffles to stop.
There you go.
Well, sometimes you just want to build a gun on planet that you can use to blow up other planets in the same system.
Look, sometimes
What do you think the halo of light is?
Yeah.
Sometimes the moon just gets in the way, and you really want to see what's behind it.
Yeah.
No, the halo of light produces a really pretty sky, and the moon was just kind of messy. It was here sometimes, not here the other times. So, solution.
We got rid of it.
What I love about this picture is how little city there is compared to the size of the gun.
Oh God!
Yeah. It's like the only city there is literally what would be the downtown section of a city.
Yeah.
What? The gun is like several times the size of the city just in the. Why?
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
It's so great.
The F in the serial number on the gun is bigger than a skyscraper.
Maybe that is what Lamierre's. I'm realizing now that there is actually an open area between the gun and the rest of the land. So maybe that's so that it doesn't shake everything to pieces.
God, the more I'm looking at this, I think the gun might just be high enough that it's actually sticking. Like if it pointed straight up, it'd be above the clouds.
the gun. It's not actually a gun. It's actually a sword.
Oh God!
Drive
and then there are like two more of them, like however many miles away. Just
yeah, which makes no sense because if you're gonna have planetary defenses that don't get shot from orbit, you got to spread them out so they don't all get taken out in one shot.
Right.
What?
Let me see if I can count the floors on this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's a 15-story skyscraper in the foreground.
Oh my.
It comes up to about the top of the base.
Yeah, which I assume Look, it looks like the barrel could shorten, and then the whole thing could go underground, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, it does
This
look
is
like the barrel shortens. Yeah, the barrel definitely shortens so that it's not extended over land. Oh yeah, good catch.
this
And
is
then-
still idiotically big.
Yeah, it's still too goddamn big. But I assume that they put it underground, and then that whole area fills in with water, so they have like a nice lake.
That actually might work. One of the other reasons that I nixed it for Lamy Era, despite how technologically advanced it fits, is because having something like that visible is basically visual pollution. But if it retracts that barrel and if it sinks underground, then that complaint is gone.
Yeah, plus you have a nice lake. You just have to make sure that you play the sirens really loud before you bring out the gun.
God.
No. You don't have to worry about the sirens because when the gun starts rising up the lake, whoever was in the lake gets washed out in a tidal wave.
Yeah.
Think it might flood the nearby city.
Yeah,
I think it would. Yeah, the lake
Alright.
definitely has to be drained.
that's enough looking at that picture. That's a ridiculous
God.
picture.
It fires and then it just like the laser or whatever it fires alone would be bigger than our ship by several times. This is so fucking stupid and I hate it.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get a couple more minutes in. We've got about 12 minutes left of the session here, unless you guys want to go longer.
Right.
But
Do they sell mechs on this planet?
to Zoe's recollection, they do not.
Okay. Are
All
mechs
right.
a thing in your version of the universe, or
They are, but I've taken a cliff note out of the design or the setting design here and made them incredibly rare.
well, I mean, there's only one TL5 planet, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and
All
they're not
right.
even on this planet. They are they're elsewhere.
Gotcha.
All right. I think let's just go ahead and head straight for the planet. I feel like
Well, you can stop off at Light Rider and just do the refresh of life support
Fuel.
and refuel, and we can do that in 5 seconds. Hey, it costs you 500 credits. Pay.
okay.
You're done.
Plus
All
food
right.
and hygiene products, so we can finally stop caring about that one crate.
Yes. Yeah, you refresh all the supplies that you need on the ship.
For
This
500 credits.
Yeah, this ship is not wanted. Is not it doesn't have anything that would make me issue any kind of security forces towards it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the session today with 2 things. One is the time it took you to travel from the horizon to Light Rider and then the planet all add up to about a day, which gets you one more news piece.
Oh,
You're gonna
boy.
enjoy this one.
Oh boy.
My dad's dead. Shit.
And speaking of Zoe's dad,
Shit.
And being dead.
Congratulations on ascending to the throne, Zoe.
No. Fuck no.
you are as the Leith enters orbit in preparation for descent to Lamiera Starport, with all the necessary authorizations and instructions already being taken care of at Light Rider Station and then communicated again as you entered orbit. You receive a quick transmission. It's from Cassian LaRue. It is transmission only. It is not an open call. Do you play it?
Yeah, let's play it.
Oh, it's not a message. It's a.
Yeah, it's a video message.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it is Cassian. He welcomes the crew of the Leith back to Lamy Era, and invites the command crew to meet him at neutral grounds, which is a proper noun.
Yeah, it's a coffee shop.
It's a coffee shop. It is a coffee shop that its credentials come up. It has exchange certified private rooms. Which also means it has exchange assured safety. Now, obviously, people can do things that they're not supposed to, but it ends up very bad for them with the exchange. Kind of like the Continental.
Yeah, but just to be clear, what are they going to do against my dad if he decides to fucking kill us?
The exchange of light actually is theoretically above Cassian. Now, there's never been a test of that power dynamic, but all the houses are essentially there because of the exchange of light. The exchange of light technically is supposed to be the supervising or overriding force.
Sure.
They are the bank. In this case, they are the Continental.
Right.
Or whoever controls the Continental. They just don't involve themselves in these things because they're just commerce.
Right.
All right. So
what I'm hearing is he could kill us and they would be fine with it, probably.
I'm fine with that.
Sure, yeah, let's meet him.
All right. Then I'm gonna go ahead.
Last time we were here, did we come as the Leaf?
Last time you were here, you came in the Marauder. The Leaf remained in the Halo, and was never actually picked up on any kind of Lamy era stuff. I don't think you even. You did stop at Light Rider Station. So obviously that got transmitted, but as far as planet side goes, you just came in the Marauder.
Okay.
And great efforts were made to not show the Marauder meeting up with the Leith.
Yep.
I feel like it might not matter.
Yep.
Hey, Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a chip or anything?
Probably.
Actually, did that come up on any like? Should I know about that if I've done medical scans of her?
Nothing has come up.
Okay.
How does she locate the loot boxes?
I thought she just had
dreams.
She's part bat. She uses echolocation.
That makes sense.
They put a little
that makes
carrier
no
pigeon
sense,
in
actually, but
yeah, her mom was a carrier pigeon.
Wow. Don't fucking talk about my mom like that.
What are you talking about? She was a real bird.
I attempt to kill Gyro.
All right. Well, before you do that, we're going to play this last bit of news.
Wait, the message wasn't the news? Okay.
Nope.
Hit us.
Hit us with your best shot.
Are you a god?
Away.
This has been David, reporting from Fighting for ABNA.
God damn it, David.
I'm wondering no more.
Do you want to listen to that again?
Yeah.
All right, here it goes.
Are you a god? This has been David, reporting from Fighting for ABNA.
What the fuck is
I'm
wrong with this
wondering
kid?
no more.
What the fuck is wrong with the network?
I mean, it's compelling. It's great content.
What the hell is? Hey, Lisa, you're a news person. What the fuck is going on with David?
David's always been a bit off. Some
okay, but
mumbo jumbo stuff is always in like poltergeists and weird shit.
But why is it on an actual news network?
I feel like this is our punishment for not going on the ghost tour.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was three news from David. Jeez. That's a lot of David news to take in one game.
Where's the David news coming from? Where's this place?
We need to find David.
Well, we have him. He's locked in a container in our cargo hold.
He's in. David he's reporting from Envicu, which is the weird station that has Dagon State, the weird system that has Dagon Station. So I assume it's the Cthulhu system.
Well, he is. They just asked us if we were God, so you know.
Well, I mean, it's even creepier if that's actually addressed to us, right?
Specifically, yeah.
We should ask other people. Hey, did other people get news from this David kid?
Yeah, this is broadcast to all ships coming in.
Okay.
That's according to
like,
Lisa.
It's not some supernatural thing just directed at our ship.
She gives
the GM starts furiously writing something down.
She gives one of those skeptical looks at Nemesis. No. Yeah, this is David comes to every system.
Is this real life?
Is just a fantasy?
Caught in a landslide.
No escape from this asshole.
Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and put the stream ending card.
All right. I actually do have a question, though. Is the ice ferret in system yet?
No. I was looking at how long it would take for for the message to even reach the ice ferret that you want to meet up, and I wasn't entirely certain when you sent that message.
Didn't we set up that we were going to meet with them before we left?
We set up that we were going to meet with them before we left Meribia.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So the problem is you guys actually travel faster than the news or than regular messages.
Oh.
When we get to a new system, can't we just pass on the new? Like,
well, yeah. So I'm calculating it as, or I was calculating it as the best time from each position that you reached, but that still ended up being a little bit too long for my tastes. So I suppose I should not have ended quite so soon. I'll make note of this because one thing I forgot is Lisa told you also that she set up the Raza propaganda to arrive in March from another ship, so that it's not coming from you guys, on the 15th.
And what's today's date?
The 13th.
I see.
And I will have... I'm going to hasten the ferret's arrival and not go strictly by the message times, just for better pacing and fun. And so they're not here yet, but they'll be arriving within the next few days.
All right. So, current goals: meet with Zoe's father.
Yay!
Hooray!
Zoe seems way excited.
Yeah, Jai's not thrilled either. This guy's an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
All LaRues are assholes, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you agree. Then Jai's going to poke around his old practice for a bit, for curiosity's sake.
He says, looking meaningfully at the GM.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm good.
Zoe, do you want to try selling the statue here? Or is it Xander, really?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, The Rock still wants it.
Do you have several million credits on hand?
He will look wounded at that, and give one of those. After all we've been through.
You know what? The statue. Wait, he hasn't done anything for me personally. He's done shit for Zoe. Jai does not.
You blame him for trying.
Jai does not give a shit about this person.
Wow.
Harsh.
After all we've been through? Now Zoe's hitting him with the all we've been through.
Maybe I rolled the end session credits a little bit too soon.
Yeah. We'll deal with that later.
I do have to leave here pretty soon, so
That's fine.
We'll deal with that later. So possibly sell that unless the Rock's got a good bid, or like can convince us to part with just the statue. But
His argument is simply that he shouldn't have taken it. It belongs on Kos, and he wants to take it back.
It belongs in a museum.
It belongs in front of his house at the mayor's complex.
Wait, that is not better.
Yeah, hang on.
Wait a second, Harry. That's not sounding very selfless.
I mean, maybe
Or
it's
religious
marginally
even.
better if only because it's the same culture, but like it's not that much better.
He agrees it is selfish. He wants the statue.
Well, yeah, it really weakens your argument, Harry.
Yeah,
God. All right, yeah. If he can pass us several million credits, he can have it.
or if he can lift it.
Well, he'll try that again.
And this time, Charlie's not going to be there.
Oh,
No.
That remains to be seen.
No. This is
Jai doesn't like the lift contest.
No. He disagrees.
Oh yeah, Jai wasn't there.
This is what happens when you leave me on my own.
Yeah. The only reason Zoe didn't already agree to give it to him was because Charlie was cheated him.
Yep.
Basically.
Otherwise, Zoe would have already agreed to let him have it.
Zoe, just because you want to fuck the guy doesn't mean you have to be giving him millions of dollars.
Whoa! Back up there, Johnny McNever had any friends in his life.
What were you gonna say?
Who?
No, never mind.
You're not. No. All right. Look, we're just trying to move it here, unless the Rock's got something cooking.
Yep.
What are we gonna do about the magic? Whatever the fuck.
Which magic? Whatever the fuck.
The hook.
We're moving that with the statue.
Okay.
That's what makes them valuable, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the majority of the value, yeah. Harry's final argument is it'll be good for public relations between Kos and your ship.
Yeah, but your bosses want to kill us. Like, public relations start to matter less when your god says, kill these assholes.
There's a pretty not insignificant probability that your council is primarily made up of things that potentially want to end reality and build it anew. I want to point this out very, very repeatedly so he gets it in his skull.
After the second time, says, I heard you.
I don't think he believes you.
He hears you, you just don't care.
You just really want the statue, don't you?
Yes.
God.
It belongs on my front porch.
Exactly, she gets it.
Mm-hmm.
How about a significantly smaller, significantly more paper mache version of the statue?
Yeah, Charlie and oh god, what's her name?
What's her name?
Sheehan Xian's been working on some arts and crafts stuff, so she'll make you something good, I'm sure.
Wait, is that our useless person?
That's not
Yes.
even on the
Yes.
Raza. Yes. She's
Yeah,
on the
I mean,
Leaping Ferret with your other crew.
Oh, I thought you were staying on the Raza.
No.
No, no, I thought you insisted several times that she had to stay on the Raza.
Well, that was before you actually reunited all of them and gave them a ship.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, loaned,
Gave them a ship for the
franchised.
Gave them
work.
command of.
Yeah, gave them command of a ship for the work that they're doing for you.
Yeah. I prefer to think of them as a Raza franchise.
Anyway, there was something else I wanted to do here. Meet with chocolate.
Mhm.
We need to meet with chocolate.
On Truffle Street.
Yeah.
Like a dark chocolate.
Like Valentine Chocolate, I believe was his name.
Oh,
Thaddeus.
it should have been.
Wait, Men's Day or Women's Day? Right? Which one's the one where?
I don't know.
It's a weeb thing. Don't worry about it.
Well, you're
okay.
thinking of White Day.
White Day. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Like the Valentine's Day return.
I think we've all learned that no one man should have all that power.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the mostly because I want to make Dax look that up and listen to Kanye West songs.
Oh, I'm already not going to.
Damn it! I shouldn't have told him.
You should not have mentioned the West name. Nope.
Oh boy.
The Kanye.
I'm sure there are other things we'll want to do, and I'll figure that out later. The important question now is: do we want to consider going a couple systems over to steal a robot army?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Are we not going to do the meeting thing first?
Oh no, we're going to go do the meeting first, and then we're going to try jumping to gun to steal a robot army.
We can actually bring them with us because they'd probably be useful for that.
Bring who with us?
The Ice Ferret people?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Get a whole crew together. You son of a bitch. I'm in.
Yeah, we could steal a robot army, and that would be something.
Hey, are we at 54 XP now? Did we just level up?
Yes, actually.
Hey.
I think I may have.
Actually, I think we're at 56.
I was gonna say this is. I know that you're at 10 bonus XP, and this was session 46. So.
I think we
Shit.
determined that I was 10 XP behind y'all.
So I'm level 8
Yeah.
now?
Except, and I'm pretty sure I forgot to do XP at least the last one.
Yeah, I'm one of the last things I'm doing for my tracker is identifying where each player joined, so that it's real easy to just say, "Yep, yeah, there's been this many sessions since then." So
Yeah.
add that to
I
your bonus.
gained 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Can I use my reroll to reroll this?
You cannot.
Damn it.
Oh god.
So y'all said y'all are at 56.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So what does that put you at?
I think that puts me at 46 if I'm 10 behind them, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think that means
Okay.
Charlie's at 45.
So my experience
be
does
right.
not change because I put myself to 45 at the end of last session.
Aha.
I think
Wait.
I might actually get some notice skill just to finally offset how fucking terrible I've been at it.
For those of you that are not min-maxers, I'm gonna offer a point of mechanical and min-max advice. Put an eye on what skill you want leveled up to level 4, because you'll need to have banked.
Points from last level.
Yeah, you'll need to have banked at least 2 points. Actually, for experts, at least 1 point to get there.
Yep.
I've already got my points in for.
That's why
program.
I didn't spend any XP when I leveled up to 8 because I want to save that for getting no and heal both up to 4.
Mhm.
Da.
It does.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know everything.
It does put a
Yeah,
little bit of a
I
damper
know.
on leveling up to 8. I recently experienced that myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, I might end up getting specialist at level 10. Just be like, yeah, I'm gonna get several things to 4.
All the skill points.
I mean, that's probably what I'm going to be looking at.
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
I've got no 4. I got heal 4. I got lead 4. And then I can
Be an
do
expert
one
that
other
you
thing.
always wanted to be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get fix and trade to 4, and then I think I have left over to get notice till 1 or 0.
Yeah.
So I don't just roll 4s constantly.
What? Notice isn't that important, is it?
Never been important. No.
Well, no, because you keep giving me ways to get around it.
No.
One more thing for you guys to consider. Zoe finishes her device, her calibration, on the 15th.
Cool.
Neat. Let's see. What else do we actually have? Oh, I didn't remove the biomass. We did sell all the biomass, didn't we?
All but 1 ton.
All except for 1 ton. Yep. 1 ton.
Which is now 1 ton
All right.
minus 24
1 ton.
ounces.
I gotta go.
Alright. Later,
Was
Jeff.
that one bad?
See you.
Did we sell the advanced microchips?
Yeah.
I believe so,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Those
I'll
were
go ahead
sold
and remove
to the Shogunate.
Okay. Then we still have 5 tons circuit manufacturing material, 4 tons advanced weapons, and then the statue, and also the ground cars.
I think the circuit stuff got sold too.
Did it? Okay.
That's something to ask Xander.
I won't remove it for now then, just in
Okay.
case.
But I'm pretty sure I gave that as the Shinobu bonus, and so I'm pretty sure that he did have Zoe sell that.
Shino bonus. Shino bonus.
You okay over there?
No.
Okay.